Jerusalema ikhaya lami, ilondoloze uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Jerusalema ikhaya lami, ilondoloze uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze zuhambe nami. Dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze zuhambe nami. Dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze zuhambe nami. Jerusalema ikhaya lami, ilondoloze uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Jerusalema ikhaya lami, ilondoloze uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze zuhambe nami.
This is your humble servant, Munel Kishen, aka the General. I love Lrtn, Liberia Radio and Television Network, owned and operated by Sharing Foundation. The General Show starts right now. Don't go away. Stay tuned. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the General Show. My name is Munel Kishen, and aka the General Opinions. So today we will be talking politics. Politics, 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 politics. Politics is part of our life. Politics is part of everything that we do. So as I relax and take my little wine, if you tell me that politics is not part of your life, there is a problem. But we'll continue to speak out. We'll continue to speak the truth. But whatever we say here is our opinions. It don't represent you. You either listen or you don't listen. You either disagree or don't disagree. But in life, we must disagree and agree. It is your right to choose. It is my right to choose. It is your right to speak. It is my right to speak. We all, the problem is that we all want the same thing. When you look on Facebook today, we've been searching all over, you will see different topics. Some people speaking on different topics. Some people talking about the coronavirus, like I watched the Spoon TV and forum today by Waterspoon and Reverend Martin, Dr. Peabody, and what her name said, and the other lady, she was once working in government, and the guy from Liberia. And what they were speaking about was this whole corona pandemic. This thing in Liberia that's trying to destroying the world. But for us, instead of us putting things in place, we just doing our own thing, and we're not doing it the right way because we left the professionals out. I'm not a medical expert, but I think we need people who dealt with this before. We got doctors on the ground, we got professionals in Liberia that could deal with this thing. But we try to politicize it. We try to make this thing look as if it will give us elections, because that's how I see the president running it. And there is no professional person heading it. You got 6,000 Liberians that you recruited, and you train them for 1 week plus and put them on the field. And these people are the same people that even need to be checked. These are the people who need to be looked at, because how can you just train someone 1 week plus to send them out the field to go get information? When Liberia had people already, over 2,000 Liberians were trained to fight the Ebola, why we couldn't use them? We had what the people themselves, Ellen organized a group they call the National Health Institute. We all know the National Health Institute is an autonomous agency. That's their responsibility to fight things like this. But what's going on? We're playing politics, or because it was done under Ellen. Yes, we might not like Ellen, but I think they put things in place. Whether it was good or not, we're just the next government supposed to come and deal with it. Coronavirus is real. It's real. This is not about you, about me, to score something. No. It's not a political point we're looking at here. It's not a political point. We're trying to make it right for our people. It's not just to go and get rice and give it to them and say they should go and sit home, or because we want more people dying. People dying in Liberia, and we're even telling them, we're giving information out that they're dying from coronavirus. And another thing, we got over 100 cases in Liberia. Times the 100 cases by maybe 6 or 5 is in Liberia. We overlooked it. We should have started from the airport, but we overlooked it. Some people was quarantined. Some people who felt that they had leverage with the government, they refused to be checked, and they walk away. So that was not helping us. Look at Blama. Blama walked away. His driver ended up getting it. That driver got his family. What Ghana did? Ghana quarantine everybody. When they know that you are a suspect, they follow your contact and they make sure that everybody is quarantined, and they get them out of the place and put them somewhere and treat them. But like, bro, are we looking for that because of the money, or we trying to get some sympathy from the international community so we want more Liberians to die? When we got doctors, we got nurses, we got people in Liberia who's supposed to fight these things. But instead, we just went and brought people from anywhere and put them on the field. You see the children walking, they're not even prepared. Not even prepared. These are the same ones sometimes they even get a virus you don't know. They're walking around to get information. Which are the information? What are they going to get? Or they're just going to walk to you. We don't even have ventilators in the country. We don't even have it. So what's going on? In crisis like this, the government is responsible. And people, let us stop joking with these things. In crisis, by this time, the government is responsible for everything. It's not us, it's the government. You quarantine there, this is the time the government comes in. Liberia, a poor little country. We still got people in the market walking around with no marks on their face, no gloves, no nothing. We need to conscientize these people. We need to go in the market houses, tell them we need to get on loudspeaker. We need to allow people to give in their dollar. We got 16 tribes. We need to go all in the various communities. Yes, the state of emergency is fine. We need it. The people need to stay home. But you're trying to tell me that coronavirus can be sleeping from 6 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then coronavirus will come outside from 3 to 6 in the morning? No. No. The restriction is too hard. There's a lot of ways that we could have done this thing here that it would be fine for us. Empower the tailors to sew enough masks. Tell them you pay them 20 cents, 25 cents. They will sew it. Go to the vulnerable people, your senior citizens, your people that are in the handicaps, group of 77, the blinds, the whatsoever. Go there, deal with these people first. There are people in Liberia can purchase masks to wear. There are a lot of Liberians who can afford it. And at the same time, you tell them, say, don't wait for government. You can go and cut the Oma cloth and double it, put the tissue inside, put it in your mouth. Try and look for gloves. Wash your hands. You tell them, because they stay in the market. They stay there. We look, we don't use to this social distancing. Liberians, you got about 3 to 4 Liberians in the back of a taxi. We got about 4 Liberians in the back of a taxi. They all talking. They breathing in each other's faces. They walking in the street. We say we got 100? No. Thank God that we don't have the deaths yet. But this is serious. We see people going around. Look, as much as we say protect yourself, yes, protect yourself. And people who in America, you got your family in Liberia, call them. It's for their own good. Call them and talk to them. Let them wear their masks, let them wash their hands, let them do everything. Call them. Some of us doing it. You can do the same thing. I can do the same thing. Everybody do the same thing. Because government delay. Look at the time. Our government imposed state of emergency, whether it's a curfew or is a state of emergency. We don't know which one it is, because only the police determine whether it's curfew or not. But instead, they harass people. You know, sometimes we say these things, the other brothers there on the other side don't want to accept it, because this is where everything started from. Everybody want the state of emergency. Everybody need it. Our people need to stay home. But there should be some plans. Work with the professionals. Work with the nurses, the doctors, the people who know what this thing, the damages this thing can cause. You got the National Public Health Institute. You have it. But what are they operating? No. Everybody having interview. The Zogo having interview. Everybody having interview on this pandemic. But we ain't see no doctors. We ain't see no nurses. We ain't see nobody talking. We're trying to put it aside the whole thing. Politicians, yes, you talk, but give the doctors and nurses chance. Listen to them. Listen to these people, for God's sake. By this time, we're supposed to see the president standing up there with doctors, nurses, his minister of health, all his professionals, and then saying something. But we cannot see the president doing it. The president will just come and give a speech. You take every one of them careful. That nonce all the time thing going to information ministry and everybody using the same microphone and just explaining the song lecture. The policeman come and gave his own. This other person come and gave their own. It's not right. We're not helping people. We're not helping our people. The government is not helping at all. Let us face the fact. The government is not helping. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Munel Kishen, aka the General. On the Lrtn right now. The Lrtn is owned and operated by the Sharing Foundation. Please share this video and let us discuss its politics. We'll preach politics, we'll speak politics. We'll do it until we get it right. Because they got it wrong yesterday, it can't get it right today. No, the time is now. The time could be tomorrow, but the time is now. You start now to get it right for the future. You look at the past, you see the mistakes in the past, and you get it right in the future, in the present and for the future. So we're not here to blame nobody, but the fact is that there was something put in place. We know that they trained over 2,000 Liberians. The same group that fought this Ebola. Why push them? Look for these people. You cannot give a blanket statement, say, we invite all nurses and visitors to come out. Look, they play with the lives of the people. You get Jefferson Koji recruiting 6,000. What is this 6,000 doing? It's still not clear. That's the executive. That's their right to do whatever they want to do. Some of our brothers and sisters will not like it. But the fact is the fact. You got 6,000 people that they recruited from all over the place, and they took them in various communities to do what? To do what? You got people coming from other places. Where they're doing the samples, where they're doing the testing. Nobody know how long this test take. We're not doing the right thing because lack of vision. They're playing politics with the things. If the president can personalize it and say we as project, what is the big deal of this we are project? How they come out with it? Let somebody tell me. Maybe somebody might come on the show today and tell me what they mean by we as project. You telling me that we are is concerned about this pandemic? No way. No way. What is the project about it? That you have to personalize it. We are project. Bucket, we are. Soap, we are. Music, we are. Not one briefing. Not a briefing from our president. Even Donald Trump have a meeting every day. Or if you don't want to talk to the press, you got a lot of seditious who running a talk show. You can talk to them. Go on a show and talk to them. Call your LBS people. Let them ask you questions. But if the journalists don't even have the time or the privilege to ask questions, our president don't talk. In 3 years, our president gave the first State of Union. Second, he spoke to LBS and he gave a speech the other day. 4 times. The 5th one was a recording. In 3 years, 3 years, our president spoke to the nation 5 times. The first State of Union, the second State of Union, he spoke, was a recording. He had a chit-chat with Lrtn and Collie. Then, with the state of emergency, 5 times in 3 years, our president spoke to the nation. 5 times. It's impossible. It is impossible that this president will only speak 5 times. In 2 years, you cut a speech with a whole country. You only deal with it. Everything I'm saying is deal with it, seeing coronavirus. Coronavirus, because of the coronavirus, state of emergency was implemented. The people approved it. We need it now. The restriction is hard to put somebody indoor for 3 hours. From 3 o'clock is one of the worst things. I can do it. State of emergency is not a curfew. It's not a curfew. We brutalizing our people. The first day, 3 persons died, but I don't want to know how they died. I'm not going to talk about it. People want to park the car, police attack them. This other complaint. Look what happened in West Point. The citizen complain until they attack this poor police guy, they brutalize him. Yes, we sorry it happened. But do you know how many citizens were all on Facebook whipped by police, damaging their goose, the little goose that they sweat for, going into people's houses, kicking their co-parts. There's another video from Nima County. Kick the whole co-parts while they're cooking. How will police want to treat their own citizens? Police supposed to be friends to the community. There are so many ways we could have done it. So many ways. We're not in charge. We're not saying that the way they started, but the fact is that you cannot just get up and break your house down when you know you're not prepared to fix it. You cannot just get up and say, state of the union tomorrow and state of emergency tomorrow. You give your citizen 2 days, 3 days warning with nothing in place. To show that there was nothing in place, the stimulus package was rushed. There was nothing there for health care. If the senator was not smart enough, or I would just single out one person, Darius Dillon, by this time, the people in the house, Fala Jones and Fala from District 5, was ready to sign it. Was ready. He said they should sign it just how the president brought it. Because that's what they've been doing. That's what they've been doing. Sir Joseph in Liberia says Sir Joseph that Ebola hero. So Joshua want to be called COVID-19 hero after the whole thing finished. That is why he personalized. What's your vice president doing? Why can you empower your vice president to do something? And still can get over about this 6,000 that were trained. 6,000. You train 6,000 for 1 week plus. So I would say, since you say 1 week plus, you trained it because they didn't give the correct time. They said 1 week plus. So that means they were trained for 8 days. They were trained for 9 days, but not 2 weeks. 1 week plus. That means they were trained for 7 days. I will add 2 days or 3 days. But they were never trained for 2 weeks. No. Disease like this. Because it's not like Ebola, but it's dangerous. By the time you are aware that you have coronavirus, you are giving it to your family, you are giving it almost to everybody. So when we get 100 cases, over 100 cases right now, do you know how many people? Blama entered the country, his driver caught it. The driver got wife. The wife got children. They all in the same house. Followed them, quarantined them. That's what Ghana did. Ghana took them out of the system, out of the place, and put them in place and monitor them. You see? But Liberia, the more deaths, maybe the more money we will get. The more sympathy. So right now, our government is desperate. They're killing the people. Because of their decisions, people are going through hell today. Because of the decision, no. People, no. No. Because of the decision, people are going through hell. We tell our people, let me give you one common sense, because everything we're talking about is common sense. When you shut businesses down by 5 o'clock, no business should open, no liquor stop, no bar, nothing. You not find one Liberian man in the street. You not find one Liberian man. You say by 5 o'clock, everybody close down and go home. No liquor place, no restaurant. Nobody even sit in a restaurant in the afternoon. Buy your food and take it to your office. Buy your food and take it home. Yes. Once there is no little small center, you not find Liberians in the street. They will go home and sit because nowhere to go. The same thing in America. Walmart closed 8:30. What are you going to do there again? You go in the street? No. But everybody just decided to stay home. But it's hard. Not because we're in America. Right now, if they impose this thing on us and tell us we should enter this house here 3 o'clock in the afternoon, there's a little girl who killed herself because she can't go outside, 13 years old. But thank God, Liberian children will not do it. Liberians will not do it. But it's hard for some people. They in one bedroom. They get the pa, the ma, they get the 2 children or 3 children. Some people apartment, when you open the door, your hair already outside. It's on the main road. Some people, they got to take bath outside, they got to cook outside, they got to shit outside. How are we doing it? We want to save the people. The safety is first, not beggar rights. When we're talking about feeding the people, we're not speaking about government officials then getting the food. Pay them. Pay them. The ones then, our old people then, find food for them and talk to them. George Weah is the more, without his popularity have dropped, but he's still popular. My people are big. Omar, speak a real Liberian way. Omar, we want you to come in the street. That is why we're giving you the lay rest. And they all just stay home. Don't go nowhere. We beg you, man. Please, for your own sake. The other people, they can afford it. They can afford it. My family can get rest in Liberia. The government need to give them rice. But these are not the people we're talking about. You will see government officials will be the first to get everything. The girlfriends, the relatives will be the one to get everything because we don't trust them. We're not fair. What will we have in place to distribute food for every Liberians to get it? What we got in place in Liberia that everybody in Liberia will benefit from this $25 million. What do we have? Reduce the prices. Although you talk about it, the gas price, take the 30 cents off, or do something, cut certain things down, so people who can afford it will be able to buy the gas, be able to do other stuff. State of emergency. You got people, the only people that are in the street are government officials. The same government officials still patrol in the street. I got friends who go in the street. I won't got to call their name. They in Liberia. They go around, they say they're inspecting too. That is wrong. That is wrong. We can't do that to our people. We push them indoor, and our so-called officials then stay in the street 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock. They get checkpoint all over the country, but some of you guys don't know. The checkpoint is nothing strange. From the day George Weah was inaugurated, they had checkpoint in the country. Checkpoint at Old Bridge and New Bridge. Before you enter the New Bridge, right to the Camille Johnson Street, there's a checkpoint there. You cross the bridge, there's a checkpoint there. You go to Freeport, there's a checkpoint. You go to Point 4 Junction, there's a checkpoint. You go all the way after Carway, going towards the bridge by Beer Factory, it's a checkpoint. You go in Garnersville, they get 6 checkpoints on Garnersville Highway. Every place there got a checkpoint. Red light, we say red light, they got a checkpoint. Going Mount Barkley, all over they got a checkpoint. Garnersville Road, going to Dixville, they got a checkpoint. And what they do there, they only harass you. Just imagine there was no curfew, there was no state of emergency. You get to every checkpoint, they ask you for money. Sometimes you just got to lie and say, but how? Because every checkpoint, if you're coming from red light, you just change your money and get in the car. $100, $200, $100. Oh, and she let me get coffee now. Point 4. They say, oh, gee, you know, the generator to the police station going off, so we asking, you know, I'm the commander, but I don't like to do this. We asking people if they can assist, if they can help and make some contribution, so we'll buy a few. And my brother, as Frank, we were laughing. I said, listen, y'all will sleep in the darkness. Y'all will sleep in the darkness. Because you're telling everybody, when everybody pass, and you're telling us exactly how much to give, if that $5 serve to make a contribution. And people just going through. Then while you there, keke and motorbike will come and papa you few. Tell say, oh papa you few. Look at the problem we're in today. We overlook it. This thing was in, we heard it all around here. The president put his first committee together for coronavirus. First committee he set up, and he appointed himself as chairman. But yet and still, people were all over talking about social distancing. Yet and still, the president allows CDC that are right. Nobody said they shouldn't have the retreat. They had a retreat and squeezed them up to the stadium. Sweaty. And what was the benefit? When you say it again, they use government money to have a retreat. Then you say our president loved the country. Oh, he loved the country. He loved the country. This coronavirus is serious. It's nothing to joke about. I listened to the show today on Spoon FM. And Lrtn called somebody from Liberia, and this man, you could see Liberians sacrificing their life, leaving from here, going home to work. But yet and still, they don't have the help. Some of them, they listen with NGOs to help. Our government cannot even provide the appropriate things. The PPP, they wear it. Our government can provide it. Right now, this is not a joke. You cannot come out to speak. They will dismiss you and they will damage your life. I will not call the name. They said, we can't talk. If you start talking, you receive a text and that's it. You cannot come out and say something different. So these people should just be in their arms where they just should be there, play with the coronavirus and go home to their family. You cannot speak about it. If you speak about it, they will fire you. They will fire you when you speak about it. And you finish. I don't know, but maybe somebody might tell me, where is Beaufort, Washington? Beaufort, Washington. She went public the other time. She worked with the health department. We got all the different departments. Autonomous agency, the National Health Institute, were put together for a purpose like this. To do all the little, to check things. The health ministry, they're there. Between the government and these people, the minister is just there, to monitor things. But what surprised me here is that I have not seen my president. He's the president of Liberia. I never supported him, but he's the president of Liberia. To go in front of the camera to talk to the Liberian people with his doctors, the Minister of Health, standing there and discussing, coming up with strategy. You think we won't hear from the people that we never elected? You think we won't hear from somebody who been stealing and been harassing citizens and a part of the 6,000? Like the boy who went in District 13 with a cutlass in his hand and he part of the 6,000 groups. They took all the talks and put them in our group because they got to give them some money. We're not saying that they can't do a job, but give the job to the professionals. It's just like you telling a truck driver, my man, there's a plane over there, I want you to pilot it. Or you telling a man who got a regular license to go on an 18-wheeler that he never trained on it before. We're not saying Mary Bros can't work, but why Mary Bros should head that committee? Why Mary Bros should head that committee and to be one of the to do or to give logistics? Why Finabondo? This president got a vice president. You cannot even empower your own. Then you're talking here. The vice president of the Republic of Liberia, even Donald Trump, gave his vice president responsibility. I believe that if George Weah was going to turn this thing over to the vice president, it was properly managed. We were coming to hear from her every day. Let talk so and talk so. This woman came from another political party. She's the vice president, for God's sake. You live in a vice president, but you empowering other people that you think you can talk to. Yes. You got a superintendent. You never involve the superintendent on your task force team, but you involve the mayor of Monrovia. But you got a superintendent. You got a commissioner of Carisburg, but you send for Bernard Ure to go deliver rest on your behalf. So when we say these things, people think that we're not stupid. Liberians are smart people. We understand what the role of the superintendent. Get them involved. Get your vice president involved. This is not a project. This is a national thing. This is not about political party. This is not about who supported me yesterday or today, who don't like me. No. Coronavirus don't know seditions, ANC or UP or whatsoever. Coronavirus don't know if you big or you small or you old. Nobody. Coronavirus don't know names. Coronavirus just like Lady Justice. Eyes closed. They capture the vulnerable people. Yes. That's the same thing justice does. Catch up the vulnerable people, people who cannot fight back. Now you sick in Liberia, people say that coronavirus. Everything happened to you. Even right in America, people are being maltreated when it comes to the coronavirus. Then we talk about Liberia. What you expect? How the nurses will help? How the nurses will help? We still got 4 people in the back of the car. When they rushing after almost 3 o'clock, I'm telling you, that's a man. He said, I'm not opening my store. Because it make no sense for me. I rush myself to go to open a store. People still, some few government and workers still coming there begging for $5, $10, $20. Then he got to close 3 o'clock. Then from there, he got to go back home. So he want no trouble. He don't want no trouble. So what he do? He rather close. We're not doing it the right way. We're still doing the same old thing and getting the same results. Let us stop doing, Ellie was there. Why she put it in place? No. Government continue. Nobody can solve the 1847 problem. But that's not what we elected people for. To start telling me about how Joseph Jiggin robbed them, how money and they bought their own property. That's not what it's here for. So ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back in a few seconds. My name is Mudal Kishen. This is the conversation of the general. So get ready. You can make a call. I will call you. And the next we got 22 part topics. After this, we got ABC. The meaning of ABC is Alexander B. Cummings. So we'll be discussing about Alexander B. Cummings today. And we will know who is Alexander B. Cummings. And you can come in and say things. But I pray that, please, I want you to watch your words today. And if it bothers you, you need not to respond. Just watch it. Or what you do, you block me. Or you get off instead of making yourself look bad. Then from there I will go through my people who responding yet, and I don't see a lot of people. I don't know, for some reason I don't see a lot of information. So just take a few seconds, and don't forget to register for the census. Okay, thank you guys. Thanks for your patience. And so this is the thing, please. Coronavirus is real. Wash your hands. Look, Liberians, this even in America, I tell people, I made a comment on somebody post. It is time that we act like a Liberian as an African. We eat a lot of stuff. Drink your lime juice. Take what you can take to protect yourself. Whether they say chloroquine is not the right one, whether they say this, when you want to eat onions, you eat onions. Onions kill bacteria. You want chew garlic, you chew garlic for your own safety. If you want to stay in America and be acting like Madame Kui and say, because the people say, one of woman came up, she said, it's not prescribed that you have to suck lime. Who are you to tell me? I'm trying to protect myself already. Then you say, it's not prescribed. I will suck the lime. I will eat the pepper. I will chew the onions. I will keep myself. I will drink the orange juice. I will take the mentholatum and put it in my nose. I will rub it all on my face before I go to work. I will rub it all in my hands. So when it touch, they said, it's not like corona, the Ebola. So I will do it to protect myself any kind of way. You get a little alcohol. If you get alcohol, you can juice. If you get alcohol, use skin juice to rub it on yourself. If any policeman say he smell alcohol on you, why he had to give you? Why he couldn't give you the 6 feet social distancing? He not supposed to kind of smell alcohol on you either. So do what you can do. Eat onions. You got lime. Fix your lime juice. Take the onion, put it in the hot water. You drink it. You get garlic. Garlic is good for the body. You got a lot of things we can do. I just bought the moringa. I am a living witness of moringa. I went to Liberia. I never took no shot for it. I went to Liberia. I got sick. I started feeling that kind of way. I said, oh, don't tell me something can be happening to me. Luckily, we got it right in the yard. They call it the miracle tree. When you go Google a miracle tree, it killed 37 different diseases. The only thing I will tell you, don't drink it too much before you start drinking your blood. It can dry your blood away. You chew the seed, you will shit as if you just chew it and go to bed. I started drinking that thing, just 1 cup every day. I was fine. Nothing. I just bought it. I brought some from Liberia. You dry it good and mash it up. You can put it in your food. Yes. So all these things, listen, in Liberia, I bet you you see they put that in the interior? The same thing. Ebola came, more people in the city than even in the interior. They put in nowhere to eat. They eat the herbs, they do all kinds of things. So please, it's real, my people. Especially the people that are in Monrovia. The market people. They all passing around. Oh, bad fish, bad this, bad that. Please. And we must speak against all these things. Police brutality, citizen fighting police. We must speak against everything. All these things happen because we allow every president to come with their security. We allow president to come with security. Ellen Johnson came with her own. Although she sent somebody in America, she trained some. She dissolved the entire SS. She changed the name because she pays us. She didn't want to hear about SS. She put all the professionals down. People that Liberian government spend money on. Wallow, all the guys there. Joshua brought them back and came with other rebels too. The next president will come with a group. We can't do that. Our government need to pass laws for security business. You can come and only change the directors, but leave all the security. You owe nobody. You go by the Constitution. That's it. Okay, guys. This topic I'm coming on about Alexander B. Cummings, a lot of people will not like it. A lot of people will not want to hear it. Yesterday I was on Moses Kemu. He said, Cummings is a disgrace to Liberia. As much as I don't like Joshua leadership style, get me wrong, I don't like Joshua leadership, a style of leadership. Before some of y'all would twist and say, I hate Joshua. No, I don't hate no man. But I cannot say Joshua is a disgrace. I can say Joshua presidency is a disgrace. But you look at Cummings and say Cummings is a disgrace to Liberia. A man who came to the white man place. His ma and pa don't even work with Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is one of the biggest companies in the world. He came from all the way and went all the way to the top. Sat in the same boardroom with the president of that company. deal with a lot of different people. Do you think it was a luck? No. He's a financial expert. When you work for companies and you don't make the money, they let you go. They're not going to keep you. So that's the point. Alexander Cummings, you can follow his record. You don't need to meet Alexander Cummings one-on-one before you decide to support him. I don't know Alexander Cummings. I've never sat with Alexander Cummings. We made an appointment before. My brother sat with Alexander Cummings. I was not there. I never wanted to go there. I never went there at all. He went there. And they spoke, they talked. But I decided I supported him during the election. And I regret it. I knew within myself that Alex was not going to win. Because George Weah was the golden ball. George Weah was the lover ball of Liberia. The golden ball of Liberia. That people was really, he was the next president, whether we like it or not. People say, they boss suffer for that thing, oh, 2 times, let them make him president. But we were doing something to make Alex relevant to the Liberian society. You know, Liberian people love that song. We don't know you, we don't know you, we don't know you, we don't know you. When you give me your money, I will know you. We don't know you. They love that song. We don't know you. But my people, you know, when I hear people in America who understand politics, we need to learn something from here to go back home. Alex went there. Alex felt that Liberians were like Americans, that they listen to you and they understand your platform. But no, they look at your pocket and understand your platform. Whether your platform is to go down the hill, or they know they should understand your pockets. And when they love you again, they need a pocket from you. They should understand your pocket, give it to them. They will lie and do all kinds of things. Yes. Pay them to vote. They have already decided that Joshua will be the next president. Cummings went there, ran a campaign. Nobody know him. The people on the ground, they pushing around. Finally, but I will say this, and I continue to say it, and you guys heard it today on this board show. And some of the things were saying that he said, I was surprised because I talked about it. Alex did more in Liberia than anybody to run for president. But it was something that he never explained or to tell Liberian people. Liberian people get to know when Alex went for when Alex, I call him Alex. I don't suppose why you call him Mr. Alex or Mr. Cummings. I want feel him. I want to until he can do the right thing then, but he's Mr. Alex, yes, but I call him Alex. So he went to Liberia, started his thing. He helped with churches. He helped with mosques. He contributed to a lot of things in society in Liberia. Because you know why? Because we don't know him. The people on the ground say, Mr. Cummings, you know this thing, you got to do the thing, we got to do this. He did it. But he refused to announce it. When he gave LU $30,000 worth of computers, he gave, Cummings was one of the first guys who paid the WIAC fee in Liberia. We got to know lately when the election started. Cummings went to BWR. He brought a generator for himself. 150 some kVA. What? 350,000 kVA. He gave it to BWR. He helped with clinics. He built a school. He built his house. He retired from Coca-Cola because he decided to get into politics. That I'm prepared now to give back to my community. After I've worked for so long, so I don't need to tell people. People say, no, you got to tell people. You got to say it. Politics is not a church house that when you pay your tithe it's between you and God. No. They got to know about it because the person do know you. Cummings visited 73 districts. I challenge anybody. I'm saying this thing because when you go to NEC, it's there. Cummings, the only candidate in Liberia who visited 73 districts in Liberia by cars, never to helicopter. He wanted to hear from the people. Cummings came to the debate. That's when people say, oh, but this man, people start. Our present president did not attend the debate. So he didn't tell the Liberian people what he going to do. He never told the Liberian people what he was going to do. He only said, change for hope. I hear your cry. You will not cry again. He said, change for hope. That's his slogan. People start to grab up to Cummings. Cummings lost the election. He took what? 5th place. 5th place. A man who nobody know from nowhere came 5th. Bernard Ure, who been in Liberia from Charlie King time, I don't know what his number was. Prince Johnson, who sort of be popular, he came 4th. You get Liberty Party as usual. Unity Party, who that they complain all the time, say they got the numbers, they came 2nd. They got the numbers, they came 2nd. Joshua came 1st. Joshua came with 38%. 3 political parties, LPDP, NPP, and CDC. 3 political parties. Their merger is not a merger, sir. Their coalition, they collaborated. It was not even done properly. It was not done properly. They decided to come back together. All the NPP people went back from base. They heard Charles Taylor voice. They went there. But they came up with 38%. 3 parties. In the 2nd round, everybody start hauling and pulling. Some people say, listen, I'll go to CDC because we don't want Unity Party. Some of us, we decided to support Unity Party because for me, I still believe at the time, and I was convinced we receive all the calls. I think this is the time you need to come home. Oh, you need to come home. They invited me to the meeting. I said, Jeremy, listen, I still don't get it. I can still remember I was on the Gilman on Jide Hard Talk when I announced it that I would support Cummings. And I'm sorry, Bwaka. We did everything. If I don't mistake, I think I was the last person to speak that night to come on my show. We did everything. We campaigned. At the end of the day, Joshua came out with 61.2% of the vote. 38% Joshua came out with in the first round. And this time around, Joshua came up with 32%. And 62.1. Yeah. 62.1. 62.1. The 21.1%, the 24.1% came from different political parties, different people. It was that CDC again. CDC voted all over. They get 38%. If you notice that the first round the numbers will be high, the second round will be lower because you know what? People came from different places to vote, and now some of them went back. They could not come back to where they registered to vote. Only those that remain in the city had to vote because when they bring you, you lock it as it. So it always low. Monrovia, Montserrat County got the highest, which is 730 registered voters. Yeah. Unity Party came out with 28% of the vote. They got the numbers. So Cummings is not relevant. Cummings is nothing because Unity Party got the second But we fail to realize that Unity Party and ruled our country for 12 years. 12 years. We all believe that vice president got no vice president, just a messenger. When you get a bad president, you will not even speak. And it's proven. Where is Joel Howard Taylor? Joel Howard Taylor all call Joseph Boakai Oka because the man gave us. He said when you take a racing car and put the racing car in a garage, Joel Howard all call the woman Oka. Today, George Weah took his brand new Jaguar and put a Jaguar in the fence. They're not in the garage, in the fence, and lock it up. Instead of that Jaguar supposed to be in the street, moving from place to place, it's the vice president. The vice president now is comfortable with the chair. Some days she sleep in the chair. We saw it. You see, what goes around comes around. Okay. People start getting pissed off with Alexander Cummings because he did not come out and endorse Joseph Boakai publicly. But he voted for Joseph Boakai. He gave money to Joseph Boakai. He stood up with Joseph Boakai. What extra we're going to do? I myself, I wanted for Cummings to do that. But do you think I'm going to dwell on it? Do you think I'm going to talk about it all the time? I was going to do that. I think Joseph Cummings should have done it. But that was his decision. He said, y'all can go. I'm the new man on the block. My endorsement get, so people believe that Alexander Cummings' endorsement will come to put more weight. Oh. But this is the man who nobody knows. His endorsement for Joseph Boakai, what good are we going to do? Nobody know him. Why United Party people getting pissed off today that he did not endorse Joseph Boakai? So they hold it against Cummings. The day Cummings even reach to that place, they will do the same thing to Cummings. But this man, nobody knows Cummings in like, bro, why he should endorse when his endorsement will be nothing? Wait. I'm getting it here good. I get it. I can't understand it. So really, people were looking up to Cummings to endorse. Some of the ANC people went to George Weah. Some of the ANC people, majority of them, went to Joseph Boakai. Why should you worry about a man who don't nobody know in a country? Who a new guy on the block? Who you tell him about Cummings, you still don't know him, should endorse Joseph Boakai. What good they were going to play? Bernard Ure endorsed Joseph Boakai. Some Liberty Party or Bromsky or whosoever, I don't know if Bromsky did it. No, it was a problem because some Bromsky people went to CDC. Henry Costa endorsed Joseph Boakai. These are people who got followers. These are people who got followers. The biggest talk show host in Liberia ever in our history, Henry Pedro Costa, endorsed Joseph Boakai. Don't you think it added more weight? Whether he criticized Boakai in the first round, yes, he got his party. He was part of a party. Yes, he was part of a party. Ellen Johnson, who was the president, campaigned against her vice president. Broke ground with George Weah while the vice president was on campaign. You know the party for investor. Ellen now come back to the party. Ellen came back to the party. United Party, they invest. The members then, George Lobo, whosoever, nobody said nothing. The woman who destroyed Joseph Boakai, faith. The woman who said that Joseph Boakai will never be president of Liberia, she's back to the party to finish her job. Oh, but you're still crying about Cummings. You're still crying about Cummings. Cummings had an interview today, and we all listened to it. And I pray that I will have Cummings one day on my show soon. I don't know him. And I would not be ashamed to tell people I supported Cummings 100% with my mind and soul. Stop it. I don't know Alexander Cummings. I don't want to know the name, but I want to know the individual with his package, his platform. If it's okay, that is what I look at. A man with an open market system. Like, bro, too small to go monopolize the whole damn thing for one Lebanese man to be bringing rice in the town and they get other Liberians who can do it. You know that the liberalization policy was stronger during Tottenham time and Turbo time with all the mess that was going on. It was very strong, the liberalization policy. Yeah. So, the boy had an interview today. We all, and I see some of the comments. If you leave from here or you in Liberia and you say you're running for president, why will you want to tell people that, okay, I will take the vice presidency? No. When you're running for president, you're running for president. When you don't win, if you don't become the standard bearer, somebody take that position. If they ask you to go as vice president, will you? That's the question you need to ask him. Why Cummings can't run for senator? Cummings don't have to run for senator. You look at yourself. You look at your track record. You look at what you have achieved and what you can do and how you can help, because you got the expertise. You have everything under your belt. Running for senator, what it means. Darius didn't run for senator. It make no difference. Darius didn't shine a light in that place. He's just a senator. 29 senators can vote and Darius can vote against. It will pass. 19 senators can vote. Darius Dillon and others can vote against, and it will pass. Senators and representatives do not enforce corruption in Liberia. They cannot enforce injustice in Liberia. They don't spend government money. They don't tell the executive what to do. Senators cannot call a police director and order him that if you don't do this, we'll do this. It's answering to the executive. The executive run the day-to-day activities. The executive got more power than anything. The executive can impose an executive order. The executive can look at the police director and tell you, say, if you don't do this, you don't have a job. From today, zero tolerance to corruption. Only the president can do it. Not the vice president, not the house, not nobody else. There's certain thing when the president wants, you go to the house and say, I want to pass into law to hold people down again. What? The man say, I want to be president. You got 4 political parties that came together. Every one of them has an ambition. Every one of them got different agenda. Now one day Cummings criticize Ure. Now one day Cummings was the first chairman for the collaboration. The collaboration group, he was the first. Then he went to, I think he was the first. Yeah. Then he went to Bernard Ure. If you're chairman of a group, you don't speak your personal mind anymore about that group. About that group. So let's go back to common sense. Common sense, common sense, common sense. You and I and 3 other guys trying to merge. And we're supposed to go to the convention. I won the chairmanship. You won the chairmanship. The other person won the chairmanship. And I'm the one heading this group for us to merge. Then you hear me giving an interview and saying that, listen, to be honest with you, let me give you my view. Joseph, Mary Brown is this. She worked with the organization for 27 years. She's an older person. I think she can make it. Mr. Kishen, he left this country. All of a sudden, we're just seeing surfacing, coming back to Liberia. Why we should give him? Because he's just coming. He just come in. How many people? He don't understand the system. This man have been tested. Do you think he will feel good about it? Right now, say, oh. And this man got a delegates going to the convention. Right there, I know that it is clear, common sense, that you have decided to support this guy. So even if I go to the convention, it's for nothing, because your entire delegates will go to Mary, while I will be standing looking for nothing. Another one, let the Liberian people decide. Go through the polling system. If John Brown get the highest percentage, fine. John Brown is a nominee. This man is still saying that ANC will support as much as other ANC members are pissed off why ANC had to join the collaboration. But yet instead he's saying that ANC will support whosoever is the nominee for the coalition and the CPP. You can't just get up from nowhere and put a group together and you expect it to work easily. This is the best time with all the news. When I hear people on Facebook talking about it will not work, these people are not members of the 4 political parties. Anybody who comes out and tell me it will not work, they are not members of the 4 political parties. That means they're from CDC and they're pretending as if they are part, or they are the chemists hold together. No. Can you take a Loma man or crime man or crew man and put them together and say we should get one traditional rules among ourselves? The crewman will tell you, say, this is what we can do. So let us start being smart. It takes time. If you put them together, you should look at the advantage, disadvantage. What will keep you together? CDC will be very happy when it break away. In times of war, prepare for peace. Yes. And I've said it on my show over and over. He was relaxed answering the question. I was there. I went to the people office. I campaigned. We win the election, but I campaigned 2018 with my brother contesting. I got a scar. I got marks on my legs. I went to 17 district. I listened to people. I never just went to Monrovia and went on the beach. I went to the Sin Central prison. I went to 3 different prisons to see, just to give something there. I visited all the 17. I visited the 17 district. I slept there in tent. I did this. I walked around. I went to Nicholas-Town. I went all the way to the Peace Island. I went all the way in that hole. That when you're there, you see all the way Garnersville. I saw it for myself. When I came back, I got different attitude towards people, how we take Liberia to be. You know what I'm saying? Cummings, after the election, he lost the election. But guess what? He went to Banga. He went Magibi. He went Banga. He went to Nima. He went to Lofa. He went to Maryland. And for you to go to Maryland, you got to pass through the other counties now. He never took helicopter. He went there and told them, thank you. One guy asked Cummings the same question in Maryland. Oh, Mr. Cummings, why can't you run for senator for Maryland County? He laughed. He said, no. He said, the first thing, you people never voted for me. What will encourage me that I should contest? Why you ain't vote for me to say, oh, the man won Maryland County. Then you say something, but you want this man to go as a senator. For what? He's not anxious. Some people think that I got to. Yes, in life, you can say, listen, I know I can make the difference here. Cummings is not looking for a job to do. Cummings don't want to go sit in the Senate to go there for 9 years. You should understand, he retired. He don't want to go in the Senate to say he should use it, or he never worked in government. Working in government and working in a corporate world, which one is harder? Government is easy. Government job is easy. You don't need to play a damn thing. Whatever happened, happened. You think when 12 working in corporate world, he will survive after making all the mistakes? You know how many CEO they fire in this country for blundering with companies' money? If Cummings were not going to do a good job, he was never going to reach to that top. He's a financial officer. That way he got he based something in management. Cummings is not saying that he should be a senator for 9 years or just run for it, then you can contest. When you lose, then you stay as a senator. He's not looking for a job. He's well off. God bless him. He's well off. So he don't need it. Let's look at it. I'm not preaching for him to say, oh, because they no. He don't need it. So he said, this is what I want. Barack Obama, who was a young man, had to go step by step to prove his stuff. Boop to the Senate and said, listen, I'm not here to stay too long in this place. He was joking, Tom Dasher. I'm not here to stay long in a place like you guys. When the women all endorsing me, so recipes, Kennedy. I'm not here to stay in this place. I'm looking at the White House. But because he never had that experience, so he tried to jump a little bit. Yeah. So what is the difference that Cummings must go for Senate before you think he can go as president? People are saying it. I don't understand if they're really thinking. If anybody run for Senate, Darius Dillon, a young man who's struggling, who believe that he can take step by step to get there, for Liberian people to understand him. Cummings don't need to go prove his sincerity or honesty in the Senate. In fact, it will frustrate him more because one, he's not making the money that he used to make. He's a consultant and whatsoever. But he can sacrifice 6 years of his time to work for the Liberian people, to make it better for them. And use his influence to people that he knows and say, this is Liberia ready for business. We are sincere and this is our plan. You can come in. Not because of him. Whether if Cummings not a good leader, they will not show up. The government plans that encourages investors. Cummings is the worst man in Liberia. He's a disgrace to Liberia. I can't believe, because we hate Cummings, we don't like Cummings. But you see, when you hear Liberian people talking about you over and over, that's something they see in you. ANC is the only political party in Liberia that registering members in Liberia. Are there anybody tell me? I challenge anybody. Every party, when CDC took over for the first time, people were switching over to CDC. People started switching over. All the government officials, representatives, they started because they were afraid that when Joshua campaigned against them, they will lose. They will lose the election. So what they did, they decided to join CDC. But not knowing that, they were surprised when Joshua's popularity started to drop. Now today, the legislatures can argue. Today, the Senate can bring things on the floor. Thank God for Darius Dillon. The Senate can argue on matters. For the first time, that the Senate can reject the president, you cannot even work again when they reject you. You cannot hold that position. But during Lrtn, they had the brown bag, the white bag, and whatsoever. They reject you, you go back to work. Yeah. Because they never knew the Constitution, and we had lawyers there. They never understand the Constitution. For the first time, at least they started arguing a little bit. Little bit. You see seditions represented now standing up and said, no, we can't do this. For the first time. Why Cummings should go as senator? For what? He's qualified. His record is clean. Never work in government. His money that he made to feed his family is a clean money. He never got his money from no corruption. not connected to no war in Liberia. Sedition tried to put him to drugs dealer, tried to link him with child stealer. They will get connection with, you know what? Look, those who get they get connection with MPP. They try to link Cummings with child stealer that he was buying arms for child stealer. What wrong with us? What wrong with us? Eh? What wrong with us? He's the man that I know got clear vision. It's there. He's the one that said, I'm prepared today to start with this, my first 100 days. Which of our candidate can tell you that? Which our candidate got the most experience in business managers than Cummings? I respect Werner Ure. He's a businessman. He got a good backbone, his wife. But you won't tell me that Cummings is somebody that you can look at and say he's nothing? Let's put up our thinking cap, for God's sake. Let us put up our thinking cap. I got no regret to support Cummings. I have no regret. And one day, I will get Cummings on the show. And I will ask Cummings questions that you yourself will say, but wait now, I thought that man supporting Cummings. Because what I heard from people, and I still doing my homework, since they can be answered, I will ask that question. I don't need Cummings. Cummings need me. I support Cummings not for what I will get, but I want a leader in Liberia that I can get up and say, you know what, I'm going home now. I'm going to do this. Let me pay my share. When I get there, they tell me $5. I pay my $5 and operate. Not for me to be running around the whole place here that people, you got to spend before you get one thing out of the pot. The justice system is so bad in Liberia that the poor man can never get justice. This is the thing that you look at. There should be something you want in a candidate. That's why you support the candidate. I want our economic policy, our tax laws to be repealed and fixed properly. I will agree for people to pay property taxes in Liberia. I will agree for Liberians to pay taxes to pay their share. Yes. I want for our justice system to be overhauled. I want our school system to go back to the drawing board and start from the early child something. Yes, we need it. These are the things that you look at and see what this person got. Some people laugh and come and say, Liberia budget at least supposed to be in $1 billion now. It will give you a chance not to steal, but it will give you a chance to invest in agriculture, in education, and other stuff, in health. Infrastructure is done. But we still get $500 million. Half of the money go on payroll. We got people taking money from this place and that place. We got our journalists not even investigating. They just guess and bring things and put it in the newspaper. We got all these things. You think that the president look at the problem? We the one that make the president to be like that. The Liberian people the one that make this president to make, not this president, no, all other presidents to be like a damn dictator. Because of what? Rice brought president down. Rice put president in chair. Oh, we get your rice. You die, they giving you rice. You okay. Wear the damn gloves. Wear the damn masks. You still want rice. The people who need the rice, that the people who can afford it. The old people. The sick people. The handicaps. The blind. The whosoever. Not some ministers should get 1, 2, 3 bag of rice, carry it to your house from government food. None of the ministers supposed to get it either. Not when government bring rice, then the president alone take 2,000 bags of rice, and then Margaret take 500 bags of rice. When the minister just announced that, oh, you can buy more than 10, but the president alone took 2,000 bags of rice. Free rice. free rice. Free. They rebag it and put on it. Propo. They had it. They will fool you all the time. First food are food. Second food are not food. That means you're stupid. They will continue to fool us over and over. The people sit and say that Liberian people, they don't mind them, man. They quick to forget. Just getting something, they will change. They're quick to forget. The people you see on the Facebook, they talk about Joshua in the street. They are all seditious. They struggle. They were all in a rain. They wrote on their backs. They saw themselves in Joshua. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Standing up to our president will kill you. The nurses refuse to even talk because they are afraid. Doctors refuse to say the truth because they are afraid. They find their own protection. What else we should do? What we should do? Tell us. There are yet people talking. Alexander Cummings will never be president. Who are you? Your mouth that prayer book? This man, you won't tell me they still know him? Nobody like bro still know Cummings. I listened to Christmas today. Because Christmas was one of those who used to come on my show during the campaign and yell about George Weah. Today, he's not supporting George Weah. Today, he's not supporting George Weah. But he got the audacity to come on our show today and say that Cummings, nobody know Cummings in Liberia. Christmas, you still living in denial. You went to Liberia, you spent time in Monrovia, my brother. You spent time in Monrovia. ANC right now is the only party that got a grand game and going from place to place. If Cummings do not win presidency, it still will not change his future. Because he worked already, he well off. Maybe that's something that's going to come to Liberia because we need good leaders. Liberia need a leader that will be the real talk and do in Liberia is Alexander B. Cummings. That's the only man who promises you and fulfill it. That the man who say, I will come back tomorrow. And whether he can walk or not, he will come back or he tells you that, yes, I'm here. He is the real talk and do, not George Weah. You don't know that? He is the only one. He is the only one. Liberian people, we want for our leaders to get big mouth like us. Big mouth like us. No. Cummings has a style of doing things. You don't hear Cummings criticizing the other leaders. But Bernard Urick cannot stand Cummings. As much as I would say, yes, Bernard Urick do things personally, but no leader go personal on to say that's my personal view. No. No. We need each other. But you see, sometimes, if Bernard Urick is not going to go out there and make that statement, the people from ANC was not going to mad and be pissed off because I said it. Everybody protects their person, which is a good game. United Party can say, I want for Boaka to be the chairman, the stand-up bearer. ANC can say the same thing. But not if you get another party member who or political leader saying that I prefer the other party than even himself. Then it's like, what kind of thing will you keep it to yourself? Let us be honest with each other. Cummings never one day criticize Boaka or neither Cummings and Urick. I know they sit together. They're working together. That is why sometimes when I tell ANC people, I say, don't say nothing. But that's their right as an individual too. They're not speaking on behalf of ANC, but they're human beings. They believe in Cummings. Like how we believe in Cummings. We believe in his judgment. Cummings don't have problem to go. That he don't even have the problem if he's not even the president. But if you in a group and you going for something, this is what I want. If I don't get it, can you settle for this? Cummings not saying that he's looking for a job to go sit in the Senate for 9 years to keep himself tied down. If anybody tell me, say, Senator, I will tell you today, unless Darius they don't want to do something, maybe after whosoever, maybe in the next 12, 16 or so years, Darius they might be looking for something different. Because he said, well, I think I can fix it. Who knows? Darius could be the next Senate Pro Tem. Yes. But let us be honest to ourselves. Because you're afraid of Cummings, then you think Cummings will never be president in his dream, in your dream. Who told you that? Who are you? Your mouth that prayer book that Cummings will never be president? Is your mouth prayer book? Look, let me tell you something. It's like you member of a church. Then you in a prayer band. This prayer band got almost 500 members. But the 500 members are all from different political parties. different political parties. When that prayer band decided, I said, listen, I'm going to open a church. That prayer band loses membership because I'm going to go right back to my church. The COP is not a political party or pressure group made up of members from different parties. I'm not a member to say registered member, that if I support the COP, that doesn't mean I support the COP to be a political party. No. That's not what I support the COP for. If anybody within the COP who want to use the COP to win election, maybe you go as an independent candidate and they carry you, fine. If you part of the coalition whatsoever, if your member, your party is not in the coalition, you will leave the COP and go vote for your party. So the 4 political parties got no binding with the COP. No. As much as they give, they say we support your right or whatsoever. That's it. No political parties in Liberia. You see, Cummings came out and said, ANC is not part of the George Weah step down. Last minute of time, Unity Party came out and said no. Why Joseph Boakai go back on air and say, listen, that statement do not come from the political leader. Nobody know why they remove pay. Some people say because of Ellie. Some people say, oh, because he made an announcement. But why Joseph Boakai come back the next day and say, nope, this does not represent the Unity Party? Why Bernard Ure never came out and said, I support COP for George Weah step down, but he remained mute? So that the same thing Cummings was supposed to do. Everybody accused Cummings. The student demonstrated, they said that Cummings. June 7, they said that was Cummings. Everything that Cummings. And you know, in Africa, they already finding means what to do things. Africa is not America. Let us be, look, Africa is not America. The man said, he stopped ANC people because I supported George Weah coming down. First I said no, but I look at it for long and said, listen, maybe we'll put fear in him. I support Cummings. Cummings in hold my ear and say, you can't do that. No. He spoke for he speak for ANC. So the whole world will know that ANC is not part of the step down movement. Taylor Ure, she was not part of the step down movement. She was not part of, she refused. She said, I'm not supporting it. Why Bernard Ure never came out and said, I support you guys for what you're doing? Ome Boakai said the people should protest. Why he never said, I support the step down of George Weah? But at Cummings, everybody want to rub. And these are the same people who saying it. The same people we listen to the tune. The same people. And seditions. And let me tell you, and the people who live in America, all the nonsense we do on Facebook here, you think people in Maryland, only a few people in Maryland that got the minutes, the unit will watch you. If you don't go on the ground and go from door to door and play the ground game, it's for nothing. We only speak here to educate ourselves, to talk to each other. When you see somebody get 10,000 supporters, 10,000 of whom, most of the people from here, most of the audience from here, we listen to some show. Majority of the people call from out of Liberia, call from the diaspora, then Liberia. Most of the show we listen to. Most of the show. In Liberia, the people listen to radio station. They call on the radio station. Yes. But we shouldn't look at our power and think that because I got the power, I can do this. Cummings never degraded anybody. He still told the world that he will support whosoever. And I pray I will get Cummings on the show here. And I'm going to, as much as support Cummings, there are things that I believe that Cummings is supposed to do that will help him. That is why I'm texting people to give me your earnest view, your questions, because I will not be reading questions on that day. Look, they say you got to prepare. In times of war, you prepare for peace. In time for peace, you prepare for war. So we'll be doing it little by little. And I'm piling it. But Liberians, stop it. If Cummings will not be president, he will never be president. But you nobody to say from your mouth that he will never. You and myself in America, that the same old tactics. The same old tactics. How long it take for people to know you in Liberia? How long it takes for people to know you in Liberia? Eh? How long? Oh, we want for Cummings to come out and curse Joshua. Then they will know him. Or Cummings should be on the radio every day and he speaks on the issue, what we can do. You can hear it. The more you listen to Cummings, you fall in love with him. His work. You call him, he's a bad, he's a gay. Is that the one? Because you ain't got nothing to say, you got to use words. You got to use words. And who said these things? Seditions. Seditions. Then you expect people from the party to shut up and look at you and say, oh, okay, you know what? Let me just forget it because I got to convince them. The people who left CDC already left CDC. Yeah. Yeah. But you look at all the other people. Cummings never worked in government before, so he can't do this. Joseph Boakai worked in government for 39, 40 years. Did Joshua work in government before or before because he was peace ambassador? For how long? He became senator. What is his record? What is his record? You say Cummings didn't do nothing in Liberia. But Cummings got physical things in Liberia to show you that I put that clinic down. I don't want did this for the people. I contribute to this. I contributed. They had an essay thing and they gave how much for business. I gave this one. I gave this one. Can you show anything that people did in Liberia before getting president job? Eh? They pay taxes. Opposition, dude. People in America believe that, listen, it's time for the opposition to go to Liberia and build schools. Opposition ever built schools in America before? The Democratic Party ever built schools in America before? No. Let me get back again. It's on the CABC and the CS and ANC. How you feel? The ANC people got all right to get pissed off with Ben because he have done it over and over. This is common sense. And I came out and said I will not get vexed with Ben because it could be a setup that President Weah was trying to set him up, that if he refused, then he would tell the people, say, well, you see what happened? But then, according to the information some of them have been receiving, it was a plain thing. They have spoken already, they've been talking. You got Charles Bright, who is Ben-Ayure's brother-in-law, work with President Weah, close advisor. You got Emmanuel Shaw, who is Bernard Ure business partner. Whether they stay business partner or not. Costa exposed Emmanuel Shaw. He was not happy about it. He went to Bernard Ure and complained. And he asked Costa, and Costa said, listen, if I can talk about anybody, I can talk about him too. I will not listen to nobody. He received a call from President Weah. Now, there is two sides to a story. Bernard Ure, who is Bernard Ure? The political leader of the All Liberian Party. Who is Bernard Ure? Chairman for the 4 political parties. Received a hello message, and President Weah told him, say, my man, I got some rest and other stuff for your people, man. Can you come and go deliver it for me? Right there, he was the local ambassador for George Weah. George Weah got Internal Affairs Minister. George Weah got the Superintendent of Montserrat County, just few blocks away from Bento. George Weah got the commissioner of that place. George Weah gave an item, he pictured all on the items. As much as Bernard Ure was afraid, let's say this, he was afraid. Oh, maybe George Weah will do this to me. I play the devil advocate. But at the same time, if you are sincere to yourself, no matter how George Weah go to your people and tell your people, say, oh, I get a man fool, you can still explain to them, say, listen, he called me that I should come and deliver it. And I told him to give it to the commissioner. Because you know it will not look good. I should go and deliver. It's just like you telling the Democratic Party, Joe Biden, Joe Biden, to go and distribute Donald Trump pictures to Delaware. That's what you're trying to say. But because Liberians, we don't think too fast. But I'm saying this because of the information received. That this thing, there's a lot of talking going behind closed doors. Lot of talking going behind closed doors. I hope it's not truth, because I don't believe and I don't trust ALP. If the CPP will not hold, it will be because of ALP. Yes. It will not be because of anything. And even Ellen Johnson coming back to Unity Party, I still don't trust her. She's coming back to finish, to continue the mission and finish it. Yeah. Because she still prefer George Weah to be the president, so she, Ellen, can finish what she's doing. And I hope it's not truth. The following week, Tiller Ure resigned from the CPP. Costa don't know what she resigned for. We knew about Yeke on. Senator Dillon can prove me wrong. I called Yeke Koluba when the whole thing started. There's a girl who I call Musu, one of Costa friend from the friend of Costa. She told me that Yeke was not happy. I called Yeke. Yeke called me back. Who's this? I explained to him. I said, okay. And Yeke told me that he was going to leave the CPP, the COP, because nobody cared, nobody this and that when he in trouble. Upon this one, I called Senator Dillon. He watching. I asked him, I said, Senator, it is true. He said, listen, Muni, don't worry. I talked to Yeke. You cannot go nowhere. I called a friend, Cassius. He said, you cannot go nowhere. I talked to Yeke. And just what Yeke told me, that is what Henry Costa explained. And just what Darius Dillon told me, that what Henry Costa explained. He said, but the lawyer that Yeke using today, that's a COP lawyer. Then he said, don't mind it. You know, when it comes to Henry Costa and Yeke business, President Weah can be all crazy because they can really attack him. He said, don't worry, you cannot go nowhere. I called Yeke again, we talk. He said, just wait. I said, but anyway, I told him, look, you want to resign? I said, to be frank with you, that's your right. That's your right to resign. But if you resigning and you go resign from, because people say, oh, you're resigning from political parties. If you go into John CPS, NPP, CDC, I see you losing a lot of people. That's what I said. And that was it. But because I don't know why Taylor Ure resigned. It will not be a surprise when I hear Taylor Ure named for a job for Joshua. They all been friends before. They all been together before. She represented Joshua, sent her before to Nigeria. Just recent something when he took over. So I didn't know when he took over or something, before the time. So it won't be surprise. It won't be surprise. I hope it's not truth. Because if Bernard Ure leave and join the CDC, he should understand at the end of his career. And somebody say, oh, Henry Costa will follow. That the end of Henry Costa too. Oh, because Henry Costa can do everything when Bernard Ure said this, Henry Costa follow. I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it. I don't think it will happen. Because if Henry Costa follow, if it ever happen, somebody say, oh, he got a bright future. If he want to damage it, that means he decided to be in politics anymore. Yeah. I hear people saying that, oh yeah, Henry Costa will go to Liberia and contest in 2023. This is how Liberians select their leaders. Because I admire Henry Costa a lot. I admire him a lot. What he's doing, God gave him the strength to do it and the zeal. God gave it to him. You can't take it from him. He started it 10 years ago. He's still in it. Everybody wants to see Costa. It's not that some of us who can be looking and still fighting to get 60 or 20 people on. But sometimes I tell people, say it's not about how many people that watch me live. It's about how many people see it after I finish. Yeah. Also, if you want to see it big, you can go to YouTube. If you're in your house right now, just switch to YouTube on your smart TV and you can watch the screen very big. Or you can go on Twitter, Periscope, you will see us there. You know what I'm saying? So, it's about who watch it. So, I don't have to come on for 2, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes before I start speaking. People call me and say, oh, Moni, I saw your show. I'm not doing it because I need something. I'm doing it because I believe in something. I trust Cummings' judgment. And nobody can take that away from me. I supported Cummings' whole election. We're all even looking in his face. We're all even attending one of their meetings. Nobody pushed me to join party. I registered one political party in Liberia, United People's Party, a long time. And I say I'm going to register again. As far as I'm concerned, I'm a member now with ANC. When people say, oh, ANC just like CDC, it's good to be aggressive. It's very good to be aggressive. For the cause. Sometimes I talk to my ANC people, slow down, slow down. But do you think Cummings will have to come? Somebody said today on Seku Show, no, Cummings need to tell his ANC member to shut up. Do you think we look stupid that Cummings will look at a member who's speaking his own mind to say shut up? Sometimes you guys listen to yourself. They're not speaking on behalf of the party. They are not. The only people who mad when Henry Costa and the ANC people arguing, that opposition, that when I say oppositions, that people who in CDC, they're not people who within a party. Costa defense, Ure, they're not people defense, CD and something. We can disagree and agree. Still, that doesn't mean Costa just still saying that I'm a member of the CPP. He still believes in the CPP. All that thing Costa talking, your thing Costa will not support. Costa will support the candidate of CPP. He will, unless he leave. Henry Costa will support whoever is the standard bearer of CPP. If it don't work, fine. There is no way Henry Costa will, within himself, Alexander Cummings, the standard bearer for CPP. I don't care what happened. Henry Costa will not sleep. His conscience will not serve him. He will support that standard bearer. If that Joseph Boaka, he has said it already. If that Alexander Cummings, the standard bearer, Henry Costa will support Cummings. I would not believe Henry Costa will look at my face and tell me that he rather CPP lose election for Joshua over my dead body. Maybe you guys don't know Henry Costa. Henry Costa, whether he can go up and come down, he can cry, he goes so. If Alexander Cummings, the standard bearer, take it to the bank, hold me responsible. Henry Costa will. I'm not even saying it. I say he will. I say he must. He will support that candidate unless he's not part of the CPP. That means Unity. That means Liberty. All Liberian Party is out, and Henry Costa is out. Then I say, oh yeah, he can support the party again. But Henry Costa aim is to see to it that George Weah is not elected as president of Liberia. So you must swallow the bitter pills. Henry Costa can come up and say he get 10,000 contract to sign. He will support that party. If you think that Henry Costa will sit back for George Weah be the next president again and to see to it that the CPP is damaged, you living in mass. So we can defend Henry Costa. We can say, listen, y'all leave Henry Costa alone. But Henry Costa will support the CPP as long as we all part of the CPP. Until Henry Costa can come and say he's not part of the CPP, he can always say, I'm not going to support the party. He will. He will not keep himself isolated. He will not keep himself. He speaks because he's tired sometimes. Sometimes he feels that people don't recognize him. But nobody in the opposition group that don't recognize Henry Costa for his work. Sometimes people just say, slow down, Henry. The other people, they argue. People talk about Yasini and Costa being close. They've been talking. They talk. So, you see, in politics, Liberians, we are not enemies. We are opponents. I criticize you criticize me. When we finish, we sit down and talk. We criticize each other. You don't just sit there because you say, I criticize you, so I can't speak to you again. Do you know how many people that Costa put on his call their names on the show and they came across and said, my man, that's it, though. That's my job. That's my job. Why you think Costa couldn't just keep Emmanuel Shaw off? Because that Bernard, you're a friend. Eh? So you must be going and that be dancing in the place. Oh, Henry Costa will go against this and that. You fooling yourself. You are fooling yourself. Munel Kishen, don't believe it that Henry Costa will campaign against Alexander Cummings if he's the standard bearer of the collaborating party. No way. No way. No way, no way, and no way. Don't let nobody fool you. Don't let nobody fool you. So we're on Facebook. Anybody who on Facebook, they say they are supporter of Cummings and Costa, instead of attacking the person who attacked Costa and you attacking Bernard Alexander Cummings, you're not member of the political parties. You are not member of the opposition. If I attack Costa, defend Costa against me. If Yasini attack Costa, defend Costa against Yasini. If somebody else, but don't leave and say, Costa and this man will not be. Why you gonna do with that? What it has to do with that? That means you don't even like it and you pretending. And for Unity Party, you people just need to be part of the process. Do you think in your real mind, Bosa Bwaka is a nice man? But do you think, that's why I listen to D. Curley, he said, you see, they tell the old man JB and Joe Biden to go against Donald Trump. So in Liberia now, they wanted Joseph Boakai to go against George Weah. Let 2023 comes. What we need to be worried about now is to remove some senators, especially your Unity Party people. You need to remove most of your senators who don't even respect the party, who went there just to make money. We need to think, and I can say, Darius Dillon must win to send the message. To send the message. CDC doing everything. You heard that Alpha Toba exploring whether he going as independent candidates or CDC will carry him, but that's a different ball game. That's a different ball game. You understand? So Alexander Cummings answer every question. He don't run from nobody. He sees people from in the morning to 6 o'clock. He still see people every day. But nobody know him. They are still worried about him. Nobody know this man, but we still worry about him. I said something about the newspaper people. The New Deal newspaper, one of the worst newspaper in Liberia. They can bring us story with nothing. And sometimes Liberians, we need to be careful. If you see something on Facebook, take time how you react to it. You see, CDC know how to fight back with corrupt minds, to fight back, to say things. Darius Dillon he announced the 6,000 or whatsoever they gave them for the office. He announced it. They carry it around. Oh yeah, they signed a bill and at the money they gave them and supposed to start posting. That is wrong. Even people who supported Darius Dillon were a little surprised. Sometimes we got to be very careful how we react to situation. We can't react before we talk. We start thinking. No. You sit down and analyze it. If nobody knows Darius Dillon, let me tell you, I don't, the same thing. Darius Dillon, I can say he's not a friend to me. I'm not his friend like people who they say body. He respect me. Whenever I call, if I miss that call, he will return my call. But you must trust somebody. If you don't trust Darius Dillon by this time, and you still want to argue about him, about his sincerity, then you nobody. And how do I? Even the Henry Costa, I trust him. I don't care if Henry Costa take money from people to survive. But nobody can still come out to say Henry Costa blackmailed me again 10,000. I still waiting for him. Darius Dillon walked from Ellen Johnson that he could make good money from Ellen. He walked out from Ellen for corruption business. Darius Dillon walked from George Weah. He could walk in the Weah government. He walked out. Darius Dillon lost the first election. The Liberian poll this time around out of frustration. But you see, things happen the way it's supposed to happen. He came the right time out of frustration because George Weah treating Liberian people like slaves. We put Darius Dillon in. And everything that Darius Dillon promised the Liberian people, he got it done. He told us that we will see everything that's going on in the House, in the Senate. We can see it. He said, I will expose my first check to you because you're the one giving me the job. We know how much senator I'm making. He said, everything that happened in that place, I will consult you. He started with Facebook and he's still informing us on Facebook. Some people call him Facebook Senator. The biggest nightmare to President Weah is Darius Dillon. Just because of the virus, President Weah preferred to spend $400,000 on Maserati election alone. He appointed people who believe that they can remove Darius Dillon, whether he like it or not, they can change the results. You need to sit down and listen. Joshua don't want no competition. He don't want no headache in the house. And even the people in the house, thank God. The newspaper are the worst. They got few good ones. Like the Philly Wizard paper, the Inquirer. Reputable ones. Why Joshua can go on T-Man United and T-Man show? They used to go there before. Why they can't go there again? Because they will not stand the question. Why Joshua can have interview with other people? They think it will be an insult. Yeah. Why Joshua can go on one of the institutions or come on Gilman show? Why Joshua can do it? Why he can go on Yaya Sherry show or go on Prince Sherry show to even say something or go on Randy show? Why? Because he reached to the top and that's it. Everything it should be about George. The Weah's project. Weah's project. So, you heard comments today. Some people don't like it. Some people, and other people who are criticizing comments, there are people who never supported comments. Sally, Christmas, member of CDC, did not support the comments. He's not in any political party. Talking about nobody, no comments in Liberia. You're living, you're ready, serious? How long it take you for people to no comments in Liberia? How long? How long it takes? Y'all want for comments to go around, he will go around. People doing the work. So the general ANC, yes, the general CDC, you attack the people, they attack you. Simple. Guys, if you want to call, you can go ahead and call. But I will soon be closing the show. But hopefully, we'll be having a very good show. And without you guys, I will not run the show. I appreciate it. You guys watching me. I'm very happy with all you guys. We are nothing. That because of y'all, that we can come on Facebook and at least our people can get a message. But this is not about me. It's not about you. Liberia is bigger. It's a bigger thing. Liberia is bigger than us. We should learn to look at what the person can do, not what the person have. We're not saying that Cummings should get like he's going to use his money to build Liberia. No, that his money. It's not for nobody. Nobody want for George Weah to use his money either. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to be a rocket scientist to know when someone is good. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. This guy not to do a degree to see if someone is corrupt. It has nothing to do with degree. When the last time you heard Alexander Cummings publicly criticizing people, he always said the government. When? You want for Alexander Cummings to come up and deal with George Weah like the way we talk about George Weah? No. That's his style. You don't hear him criticizing other people. But he believed, and we all believe, that Liberia doing the same thing and getting the same results. There is nothing new that Liberia is doing better than Totmore and Tobotown. Nothing. The only thing new now is the multi-party. But we have the liberalization policy. In Liberia, it was stronger than now. Yeah, hello, what's your name and where you calling from?
Hello?
Yeah, how are you? You on live. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Ben. I'm calling from Minnesota. How are you?
Hey, how are you, Ben? How are you? What's your take?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for the show. But, so that, I said, well, let me call for more clarification.
Okay.
And what they said was that you are waiting for somebody to show you proof of any corruption that Costa has been involved into. And so when you said that, my own person here to you, I mean, I know I have been accused of being a criminal. But that being said, I do not have any document to substantiate that we are a criminal. Most of what we are accusing of
Yeah.
are all substantial evidence. And this evidence can also be found against Costa. And one thing about it, those of us who do not have knowledge, I think two of people in like right now, I like because how bad those we are performed, the condition does not see anything wrong with his performance.
Okay, before you end your stuff, when I talk about the Costa, I said that if he ever blackmailed anybody, I want for these people to come out and say, listen, Costa blackmailed me. He blackmailed me and I gave him $10,000. It's not if Costa do it to me, I will come up and say, listen, this guy here robbed me the other time. And you know what I'm saying? Apart from the one that he explained and say, oh, listen, when I was with Joey gave me 5,000. Forget about that. But I want for somebody because this thing is not a hidden thing. That's all.
Yeah, so I'm the one where he was on tip concerning the Allen government. You don't call that blackmail?
No, because that tape, I listened to the tape myself. It was a discussion. It was a discussion that he should cool off on Ellen Johnson and they were going to give him 50,000. And then he said, okay, if y'all want to do that, then I will have to, I will go on horse official. Then he said, but then if you go on the official, you'll be going to Oban. He said, but then you'll give $5,000 each for every one of them.
But you know what? This is the problem that I think we as Lrtn are having. We refuse to put hands to the people we love. So let's just remove Costa from that picture. And let's put Ria in that picture. All let's put someone else in that picture. And those people, not Costa, were discussing those kind of clandestine acts. You were saying nothing wrong with it. I don't want to say if there was any other person other than Costa who was discussing such clandestine acts. You would have found anything wrong with it?
Okay, listen, that's the thing. If I come to you and get a recording with all your consent, I say, listen, I know that, listen, something wrong with it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Something wrong with it. They should come all hard and whatsoever. But the person who was doing the recording was trying to see if they could bribe him. Now, you brought the question. You came out and said, my man, I'll give you $10 if you can slow down on me. I know you're recording. We're going through. I said, oh, okay. No, listen. I agree with you. Now you're going with the laws in America or whatsoever. But what I'm trying to say, it was a conversation that was not completed. You agree it was not completed? Yes. Once it was not completed. Okay. It just like you watch this show here where the guy on NBC catch the predator and whatsoever. Okay. They talk to you, they convince you until you go into the act. They should have given the 50,000 to Costa. Let him hold it first and then go after him. No, that's a hard case to win. That's a very hard case to win. It was not a crime. It was not a crime. No, it was not a crime. You come to me. Okay, what made you think I'm not playing on you? Okay, you telling me something and I gave you my answer. I'm sitting down. I never came to you. You came and said, money, I need to give you $10 so you can cancel this show. I said, oh, no, wait. I said, oh, for true. No. Wait now. Wait. You myself and the person who are talking to Costa are somebody who know Costa. So Costa said, okay, you want me to cancel the I said Moni said you want to cancel the show? Okay, but then I will still be on the show, but I will come on this time. You say no. Then I said, if you want me to cancel the show completely, I gave you an answer that you yourself cannot afford, and you walk out. I work with Comcast. Somebody said, Moni, can you give me cable? I give you $50. I said, no, you want cable for true? Give me $1,000, I'll give you cable. Because I know you're not giving me $1,000 just for me to give you a piece of a little thing. And you know you can't afford it because I'm not going to lose my job. But the fact is that the information, the mission was not completed. It was a setup for him. It was not a crime, my brother. It was not a crime.
Let me give you another good example. Just 3 weeks ago, Costa was on the show. There was this company, this Ghanaian company that Costa said that the William government corrupted. All right, this company flew Costa to Ghana and gave them $5,000. Here is a guy who has no degree or has no expertise in shipping, but he was given $5,000.
To do what? To do.
Hold on. Yes, it's a company who is lobbying with the government, and you have the guy who is having such an influence in the country, and this company is with him and is flying to Ghana, and there is nothing wrong with it. This guy
What the company wanted him to do? Told the men of what they want. I don't know what you talk is. You said they flew him to Ghana to do what? To go and lobby for them?
No. I'm just trying to tell everyone of us that we need to be honest.
But what the honesty and the dishonesty is in this thing here. People bringing Costa in. I don't know what brought Costa, but what I'm trying to say here, let us forget about the tape. I need somebody to tell me that Costa did this to me, and let it come up. Whether it's true or not, then we say, oh yes, this is an allegation. But I can't go on a mission to see.
Moni, can you give us any document to prove to us that we are in the city? Do you have any document to prove that?
I don't. No. Now you see, you're going different. I cannot give you a document. Wait. I can't give you a document, but I can give you evidence, and it's there. The evidence is there.
Do you know how to
Hey, wait now. Wait. This one is not rocket scientist business. Since you are, I will repeat again. This is no. I don't say stealing. What I saw for my eyes is what I'm talking about. George Weah make millions of dollars. He was a multi-millionaire in soccer. George Weah played from 1988 to 2002. He made good money. Within that time, George Weah built 2 houses. That his personal business. Nobody talk about it. Including the one that he got in America. Nobody talk about it. That his business. George Weah became president. You can't tell me that George Weah kept his money and said, the day I take over in Liberia, that when I will build my houses. George Weah got over 5 houses around his era. He built over 20 units. He bought a brand new house in Ghana. And all these things were done after January when he was installed as president.
Yes.
It's showing. So then I'm not taking him to court to prove it.
All of those things are circumstantial evidence. We do not have the article. If we go to court, it is not what we see.
No, but I can't take George Weah to court because George Weah is the judge. No, President Weah is the judge, the jury, and the executioner. But listen, the people who will audit him maybe might be the next government. I can't take him to court. If anybody take George Weah to court, rather you be wasting your time to say because the government, who controls the government? The president. So you can go to, you know how many people have waiting for George Weah to expose his. They say go to court if you want anybody to present the assets to publish it. Go to court. Do you know how many people, how many groups have tried to go to court for George Weah assets to be published, and they kick it out? Do you know?
We haven't seen he has not seen anything of those audio.
But they don't have to take. They kick it out. They wanted to. They've been doing all silent work. Even the guys then who went to court again for this man document to make sure that the court release everything. So, but what we're trying to say is that the only way for us to believe people until you can publish your assets, they will know that's true.
When I went to three high price of the court cases in this country, when the court even throws your case outside, there is a record to show that. But let me tell you my fear. My fear here is that we got this bad guy who is ruling this, who is stealing from our country, and now we are all angry. And now we are seeing other people who we are trying to be the light to change, and we see these people with some shady kind.
Okay, but if you listen to my conversation here today, I never came out to say that Costa supposed to replace George Weah. Wait. I don't want to talk about Costa because people been on the air today. People been on the air today talking about Costa.
We did not call George Weah out, and the physicians just forced George Weah on us. We did not call people. Some of us were saying this guy is bad, People did not listen to us. Now we have him now as the president. So this is the time now that we're supposed to scrutinize everybody. Look, you as a journalist or a talk show host, if a company gives you $5,000, that's a lot of money. What are they paying for?
I just saying that's a good question, but I'm talking about Alexander Cummings. We got four.
Two nights ago, he said he explained the whole thing. Why would a company give you $5,000?
Okay, who
are very influential figure in the country.
Who said it? Costa himself. And Costa brought it all too. Okay. Nobody asking what you're supposed to do, because I don't listen to Costa show like every morning, once in a while.
Because people do not have ethics. People just don't care when it comes to money. They do not care. They just feel that they can accept money from anybody and get it and do everything. Nobody.
I agree with you when people love. Some people love people and they close their eyes to all the wrong things that they do. I agree with you on that. People close their eyes on wrong things that they do and look at other people.
This criminal that have as a president is as a result of the same behavior. Nobody could tell George Weah that he was wrong. The physician said, "Oh man, you are the best, even up to this time."
Yeah.
The guy is so good, and he was not wrong.
And Ben, the same thing I tell people. Once I put my face on Facebook, I should be very careful what I do now. I got to be very, very careful what I do out there and how I present myself, because anybody get it right now to scrutinize me. Say, oh, but are you the one who are talking about George Weah over there, and you doing this? So I got to be very careful to what I say to people and how I interact with people. I'm telling you, I've gotten the same information where I went to Liberia. People want me to get back on Facebook. And, I agree with you on that. I agree with you. Costa is not in the show, but because I saw on Facebook, everybody just talking. And I think myself will talk before I said, listen, I admire Costa on his braveness. But I'm not, I gave the example. I said, listen, COP is not a political party. All the members coming from different party. If COP won't go as a political party, I want to see how many members will follow them, unless you don't have a party. But they are not political parties. So all the parties got the right to disassociate themselves when it comes to Weah step down or whatsoever. So let us stop about Costa going to Liberia to run for election in 2020. And you heard me saying it. I say, I dare Costa. Costa will support whoever is the standard bearer for CPP if we have one. So unless he's not part of no CPP, he can go. I said it. You know what I'm saying? But I let be talking about Costa. We got people who want to get into the race.
So then when I even listened to Alexander Cummings, I was a little bit sad, at some point in time, I was because even though he is a politician now, and I want to say that some of his answers were not straightforward. So this issue about this document, I would tell you guys, oh, um, this many times it's over, and it's not time to take over the championship. They are so afraid. Nobody's saying anything. Then you have been chairman over 1 year. He has been chairman over 1 year. Now, there is the people who want to remove a guy who they are calling a dictator. Now, you in your own group, you are having the chairman. He is being a dictator because he refused to relinquish the chairmanship after a 6 month has expired. So how then do you go to Joshua to counteract this man and say, look, you are a dictator? He's going to turn it right back to you. He's going to hype you. How long?
So what you think? What you think is the problem that up to now they have not decided on the chairmanship? Who interested in it? Because I think Cummings was chairman for the first time, eh?
No. They have put the things there like
the first time they put themselves together.
It has been you. It has never changed it. Never.
Okay. During the first, because I was in Liberia, 2018.
It's never changed. I follow these guys religiously. They have never changed.
Okay.
No. I have written this on Coastal War a lot of times. So when is then are you going to read?
So what you think? What you think is the problem in that for that? What you think?
Let me tell you the problem. The problem is just like when a woman moves in of her clothes to a man's house before the man makes the decision to say, I want you. So at the end of the day, you already there. The man don't even have to tell you that I want you. And now, when things are not going fine, and there is no other place for you to go, what you end up doing? You end up remaining in a bad relationship. And that's why it's haunting Cummings. That's Cummings' problem. Because they did not think this whole CCTV thing out well, then you were drawing up and not forcing on them. If they had thought this thing out, they have formulated the document first. There would be a document first before we can become a group. But they became a group before the time they want to form a document. So now it is too late. But it is not late. They never did. Because if I were these guys, they could just divide now, go on their own and see whoever comes as the highest becomes the Senate bearer. The Senate bearer. But I will tell you plain blank, if Uri goes, if Cummings goes into the race when Uri is going to give his vote to Waka.
But it's not going to happen that way. That one they trash it out. Nobody going to convention with delegates. We all know if they go to a convention with delegates, Cummings is out of the race. Because that's why I said this man put his feelings. Yes. No, yeah, he said it. They're going to let the Liberian people decide.
But the chairman said no.
No, but listen, that's the whole thing. And he don't want it like that. He don't want it like that. But he's just a chairman. He got only one party. He got his party that's saying it. If they're saying that they should go to convention, everybody know, Cummings know it's not going to work that way. They all will have to agree. That's why the document is still holding back. That let the Liberian people agree. If the Liberian people say, because let me tell you something, the Liberian people, you can put Bernard Ure and you put Cummings together. No day they would take Cummings over Bernard Ure. You know that. You know that, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's true.
Okay. So even if they go around, just the members, let's say they're going to have a meeting, they're going to have a how do you call it, the election for president. Oh damn man, they have a polling system around the country, or they have a primary. Just from Lofa County alone, if all the people in Lofa County, when they vote for Joseph Boakai, they might end up passing everything. That means it's like you're trying to tell them that Joseph Boakai will be the first, Cummings is going to be the second. But Cummings don't have a problem to even go with anybody. But let us understand that Cummings want to be president, and I support that, and he want to be president. Nobody going to the race and say, I just want to be vice president. Yeah, no. Until that candidate will say, okay, Mr. Cummings, I know you win the celebration. I want you to please go with me. If Cummings say no, then that's a different ball game. But you cannot ask a man or say, but why you can't go ask a senator? What is strength of a senator? They may won't be there for 9 years to say I won't get a 9-year job because I'm looking for money. But Bernard, you don't want it. But I will tell you, I will be honest with you. I hope it's not truth. I still told the party. I said, please, I hope it's not truth. I still do not trust ALP. I still do not trust ALP. There's a lot of talking going on behind the scene. I don't trust ALP.
Look, I don't know why you people can't see these right
I don't trust ALP.
ALP is just there as a bargaining chip. The best thing that the US ever done for themselves was to force this collaboration. They forced Cummings to join this collaboration. And Cummings to have new and said, look, let's formulate something on the paper. Even in 6 months, the only thing that they agree upon was that the chairmanship will be rotating up for 6 months.
Yeah.
Even that one is on paper. This guy is violating it. And nobody is saying anything. Nobody, even today, when people ask every question, Cummings answer the question as a politician.
Yeah.
Oh, he's kind of like beating around because he don't want to offend.
He don't want to attack him. Cummings was not attacking.
Right.
Yes, I agree. That's what he did. But his style, it's not bad, my brother. It's not bad.
It's not fair. It's not fair to the Liberian people who want to see these people together as a unit to remove fear. And let me tell you how dangerous this thing is for Darren Below in the election.
Yes.
If these guys cannot hold, it can be a detrimental to Below re-election. If they do not hold, if they can't put their house in order, it will affect Darren Below. And they know it. And they know it. And they know it, and they're not acting upon it. And that is so evil. It's just like all these guys are just working, doing just getaway, just so that our people can keep suffering under this war. It is so disheartening. Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much. That was a very good education, and at least people like that. And share the video, and you can, if you want to contribute again, you can go ahead. Have a good day, my brother. Well, you see, that was a fair game, and which is true. I only brought Costa into this thing because people on Facebook, we should stop. We got people who interested in a position. It's just like we quick to be convinced. That is why when you tell Darius, they don't say, my man, you run for 2023. He said, no. I'm senator right now. I'm not thinking about 2023. And I trust him on that. And nobody can tell me that Costa got it right to run 2023. But I can tell anybody that if they try to transform that COP into a political party, you on your own. Everybody going to go back to the respective parties. Let us know this for now. But I know as long as in that party, and Ben is right. They expire. Ben and you should turn the chairmanship over to either Yombly or whatsoever. Cummings don't want to attack him. Cummings don't want to say nothing. But he brought up all this thing. I know people not like it, but Bernard Europe brought up all these things. You cannot be a chairman and be speaking up your mind and saying that, Bernard, you did make Jack coming. Then you're still pissed off about Cummings not endorsing Boakai. You want a new man who nobody knows but endorse Boakai? Eh? Yeah. But anyway, that was a good conversation. And guys, let us pray. Everybody meant well for Liberia. But everybody got an issue. He raised a very good issue concerning Henry Costa with a company for $5,000. But these are the things when people on your show you ask, and which is true. Once Costa face is on the internet, on radio, he's a public person now. Everybody get the right to scrutinize him. Everybody has the right to scrutinize him. Let us don't joke about it. I'm on this show. I'm very careful right now. I can tell people, and people who know, I'm very careful how I speak to people, what I do out there, because people right now checking on me to see who is Munel Kishen. Maybe you will say he had one girlfriend down the road long time, and I don't care. And, comments were one of the joking part, and that was. And some people say no, that Sally or the other one. So people say, oh, it's not presidential. Oh, you on internet, you can say what you want to say. Oh, Mr. Cummings, okay. He said, I'm sorry, if I'm not married, I tell you to bring your girlfriend or your wife. Then you know I'm not married. I enjoy it. Some people say they like it, but I like it. It was so fun. But he said it the way it's supposed to be. Somebody met me today and say, tell me, Mooney, look at your stomach. I said, ma, I will get my stomach and invest. My wife to the house, she invest. He said, but what you can do, sir? I said, when you want to know what I can do, when care get temper, when care know, when you want to know care get temper, turn to rat. That's a fact. And people can say that to me. I tell the story. I said, when you don't know care get temper, turn to rat. So when we don't have nothing to say about people, then we say it. There's certain things I would not say about people when I don't know, when I know it's a personal thing, but there's no proof. Some people say, George, we are gay, he slept with all the boys. But the same boys you're talking about, I know them. I know them. But people saying it, I was sitting somewhere, they didn't even know me, they were saying it. You know what I'm saying? Because we just gave false news. We don't have paper. Nobody going to get paper to say, this is the paper here, George, we are signed for this and that. President do not go into the coffers and take money out. The president use his people, the people that the finance minister will balance that book when the president use that money. That's all. The president will authorize to say, I need some money. And, but I pray that I will get comments on and we'll have a nice show. And there will be questions that we ask that we hear from people. Some people say Mr. Cummings can smile. Some people say Mr. Cummings got to be proactive. He got to be strong. He got to calm down hard. But I just believe now that his way of doing things, he will not criticize Cummings. I've never. He criticized the government because he believed in an organization. Somebody say, oh, Cummings go for convention. Liberian people, you must stop the pretending thing. The man who is the financial man will always be the head of a party in Liberia. Nobody in Liberia can contribute to party. The standard bearer, the one that get the money. The standard bearer, the man who there, he the one spending most of the money. The party barely. But when or leader say, I want to build an institution, that means if Cummings drop today and die, God forbid, or something happen, there should be somebody in that party that will pick up the mantle. That's all. If the late Bromsky was alive, although he resigned and turned the leadership thing to Yombly, if Bromsky say he want to contest the next time, Liberty Party will give him the go-ahead. That's how it works. That's Africa. That's Africa. In America, the people spend money. We take out the $10 or the $5 and also want to give it to them. In America. But in Liberia, the money, the man who get the longest money that the one when he say he won't be this, you can't find him. Even if you all go to the convention, suppose let's just pretend. Oh, CDC pretended they went to convention with Winston Tubman. They say Winston Tubman won the convention. But CDC insisted that George Weah would be the vice president, the vice standard bearer. Eh? They even gave the man to select his own person. So he was the standard bearer, and he said he would campaign. He was the campaign manager at the same time. And they had all kinds of plans if they want to win. And you see. So these are the different things. So what you want for communists to do? ANC is the most organized political party in Liberia. I challenge anybody to tell me say they're not true. They got more groundwork done than anything. The only standard bearer, let me say again, the only party, the only standard bearer who, after the elections, went to counties to tell the people thank you. That is the real talk and do. That is, he is the real talk and do. They stole that slogan from him. They stole it from him. He's the talk. Google it. Just watch it. Google it.
Man. Never. What is that? What is that?
Hello, George, Emmett, and Merrill. It's Daddy. And I'm in Africa, and I'm inside a house in Africa. This is probably pretty typical of the houses here in Liberia. It's probably pretty typical of the houses in the world. It's a lot different than our house, so I wanted to show you around. This is a bedroom. 4 people sleep in that bedroom.
Midterm elections heading into the final stretch. Any Democratic slip-up, any hint of a Democratic scandal could tip things in favor of Republicans. And earlier today...
What's your good? Why?
Okay, guys. Thank you very much for your time. I have to work tomorrow, but hopefully you will see comments all the time. And send me some of your questions because I'm making my way to talk to him too. And we will be able to do it. But go and read about this person. Read about this individual. Yeah. You don't have to be...
Shoot! 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 How do these bugs blow? How do these bugs? Oh, come on.
Who is the real talk and do politician in Liberia? The talk and do politician in Liberia. ABC Alexander Benedict Cummings. Born talk and do. They put his name there straight. Talk and do. Alexander B. Cummings. You go to Google. They will tell you. That his name. So the old Joel are talk and do. That Alexander B. Cummings, that who that they call him.
Bugs. Look at these bugs.
That's how they call him.
Look at these bugs.
Alexander Benedict Cummings, born 7 December 1956, is a Liberian politician, businessman, and a philanthropist. He is the standard bearer of the Liberia's Alternative National Congress. That is the talk and do. It's on Google. Who is the talk and do politician in Liberia? It's Alexander Cummings. He believe in his words. When Alexander tells I will speak to you tomorrow morning, he meant it. It's right on Google. Google it for yourself.
What is that?
Google it. It's like, oh, Joel, I'm talking Google. There. Google it.
No, it's a sandwich. What's the name?
Yeah, they get it down again. Liberia ANC political leader prepares ground for midterm senatorial race. Okay. Talk and do. They call it, man, talk and do.
Jump. Jump. Oh, come on. What do you do with that? Nope.
Okay, guys. I'm about to leave. Thank you, and thanks to Ben for making a call. But I'm using the wrong glasses. More to come. We will continue our conversation. We will continue to tell people who Cummings is. This is not where you come in. I have to take a side. It's all about Liberia. No decision is right until it is right. I'm not in there for gain or profit, but that's what I believe in. And a lot of people believe in it. That's why, because they don't have nothing to say, they just go. Every Liberian has the right to get into the race. Drinking my red wine. My son waiting for me. He can't go to bed. That is why I gotta go to bed. Noah,
Yes.
you waiting for daddy?
Yes. I want some coffee.
Coffee? Where you getting coffee from? You pray for picking?
Chocolate.
No coffee, please.
No. No magic.
That chocolate you call coffee. Who come and get you a big here?
Um,
You know Wawa closed. You can't no more Wawa. Okay, let me just look at the comments. Adaman Boaka, Sheriff, what's up, my brother? Yaya Sheriff and Cassius Philip, Joseph Anderson, thanks for watching. Kame Boaka, thanks for watching. Alex Nimland is watching. Lami Famule, it is all about the money. They think the more the infection, the more community. I like that. Lady Campbell is watching. Lami Kamara and Famula, he said, That 6,000 people should be used to clean the damn filthy city. Let people in the health sector take care of the issues. That's a fact, my brother. Boema passed away, replying to Lamy. You're right, my brother. Augustine Toby, I saw you and I will call the police. LOL. When you saw me in Trenton? Lamy said, King Juice, you about to make people insane. Increase the what? Drinking habit. But what you think the people are doing in Liberia? They increase their drinking habit, my man. Fred Colley, how are you, my brother? Watching from all the way Maryland. Bade, Bade, you will spoil your reputation on commies. He is too cool to be a leader. Spineless and Ah. Yes, that Costa supporter for true. Look, the president of Rwanda is a quiet guy. The president of Rwanda don't even act like somebody who everybody thought he couldn't talk. But when he passed his law, when he said this, today in Rwanda, they don't know if they get a tribe they call Hutu and Tutsis. No more. You are all member of Rwanda. You are a citizen of Rwanda. That's it. So, not the man with a louder voice supposed to be a leader. Not the man. Yeah, hello. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Can you speak louder a little bit, please? Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes. Hi. Is it the General Show?
Yes, you go ahead. You on air. What's your take? Call your name and where you calling from. Say so too.
My name is Steve. I call from Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix, Arizona.
Moses.
Oh, that the Moses there?
Yes, sir.
How are you, my brother?
I'm doing very, very well.
Okay, you get it air. Go ahead. Give your take.
Well, I want to say thanks to you and thanks to your listeners.
Thank you.
Your people. You know, every time I have the opportunity to speak to your people, I always like to acknowledge them.
Yeah.
They're the most important people on earth, regardless of where they are, whether
Yeah.
they're in Liberia or in diaspora. I also like to acknowledge that we're really happy that we're really at the most beautiful people on earth, and that is a fact that I bear in my heart.
Yeah.
I want to say to you that we are in challenging times. And
Yeah.
I listen to you, and I listen to almost everybody else. The first thing I want to point out is you can't say something is good or someone is good, but yet you make an excuse to pick bad or pick wrong.
Yeah.
Then something is wrong with you. So let me say this to say this. I say this to say you can't say, you know, Mr. Alexander Cummings is a good man, he got a good record, or he's successful, he was this, he was that. Then you say, but the people that follow him, because of that, I can't support him. Or
Thank you.
What you do to yourself, what you have done is you have created reason to not do the right thing. Because at the end of the day, and that's why I say, and I'll keep on saying it, until someone else can emerge, or until Mr. Alexander Cummings can prove me wrong, I will support Alexander Cummings.
He's the guy. He's the guy.
And I stand with it. I will not regret it because I've checked his track record. As we speak now in Liberia, of all the politicians or all the people who are running for office, I believe he's one of the most successful Liberians amongst us.
Yes, true.
So I'm proud. Look, do you know what it takes for you to be worried about the person that you support for them to not see or for them to not make mistakes? Do you know what it takes? Look, I commend my brothers and sisters who are musicians every day. You know why?
Yeah.
Because they got work to do.
They got work to do.
They
Yeah.
wake up every morning trying to create an excuse either for the mistake that we have made, for the corruption, or for something bad that he will do or he has done.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. I got different things I got to do. I want to be somewhere where when Mr. Cummings is having, what you call it, press conference somewhere, or you go into the UN General Assembly. I don't need to go and send a prayer team to go pray 3 months before and find the person to get me a mistake. I know you will not make a mistake. But the CDC will send the advanced prayer team 3 months ahead of time. They will fast and pray so that your record is. And when he comes back, then they say, oh, the man did well.
He did well.
That's his job to do well. That's his job. I don't, you know, when we say some of these things, people take it personal and they get mad. I will say this to you though. I personally, I support Mr. Lrtn comment. I don't agree with majority of the things people in the ANC do. I don't agree.
Yeah.
I don't agree.
But still, that doesn't stop you to support the individual when he's good.
Yes. Yes, I don't agree. I don't agree. I say in the ANC, I was just on the phone not too long ago with a prominent member of the ANC, and I said to that person on the phone that I disagree with how people are proceeding, especially people who are expected to behave themselves in public.
Yes.
But does that mean that I'm going to say I will pick somebody wrong, or I will pick somebody who I know maybe they're not capable to do the job
No
because
way.
of certain people? Then that means myself here, I'm setting myself up for failure
Yep.
for another country.
Yep.
And I don't want the country to succeed. But I want to come to other things because I think, you know, General, I think it is about time that we awake in our country.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to Darius Dillon, when it comes to Henry Costa, when it comes to Yeke Koluba, Talia Ure, or any other person, I want to say to our Nigerian people, I want to say this. We must be able to move this country forward. And
Yep.
the only way we can move this country forward is if we are able to tell each other the truth
Yep.
in love and with respect.
Yes.
If I come up and question the behavior of certain people or a certain person or question certain actions, it doesn't mean I hate that person.
No.
It really doesn't mean it.
No.
It doesn't mean I'm jealous. It doesn't mean I'm envious. It just means I want the person to do the right thing.
do the right thing.
People do the word and lead us accountable. I was just listening to the comment that you just read. Somebody said, "Oh, Lrtn comment is too soft.
Yeah,
it's too
yeah.
Like this, it's too like that." Let me ask a question though. All the tough talking leaders that we have, where the country go?
Where they go?
All the people there who have been making all the loud noises and jumping all around, what have they done? You see Paul Kagame today, like you were saying.
Quiet.
You run that over there. You see how quiet that man is. We are talking about deliverables.
Yes.
People that can deliver. Noise can deliver.
No.
Who tell you that everybody that can talk. Noise can deliver. Let's look at the track record. Mr. Cummings, let me say this. Mr. Cummings' leadership style will not be this. Anything you do that in nature, Mr. Cummings is not a harsh man.
No.
But it doesn't mean that he will not take action. It doesn't mean that. And I don't bring the Nigerian people to some extent to be frank. You know, we are used, it's just like a woman. When that woman is being abused, the day she see a woman, she will say that man stupid.
Yes.
Or that man don't love her because she is used to being beaten for her past relationship.
Yep.
We got to change our mindset. We have to change our mindset with the Nigerian people. We have to stop talking about, oh, I'm going to attack this person because the person said this. Oh, I'm going to, and you know, I see, today I was very disgusted to listen to, you know, older people, grown people.
Yep.
Cussing each other. And I'm very disappointed. I will say it today. I'm disappointed in Bazawe. I'm disappointed in Munafaha.
Why you attacking people for? Why?
They should not do that. Look, it is okay for us to speak on the issues. Look, I will say this to you and the listening audience here tonight. Even George Weah, let me tell you the truth today. Even George Weah. The day George Weah starts to do the right thing for the country, I will support George Weah.
Yes. That's what everybody wants.
To what extent that this thing is not personal. It's not personal. It's not personal. My loyalty is not with anybody. I will support Mr. Cummings, but if George Weah starts to do the right thing, I will tell Mr. Cummings, oh man, George Weah is doing the right thing, we got to go support our president, I'm going there, I will support him, finish. If somebody else comes and starts to do the right thing, I will support it. I support some of the things Darius Dillon is doing. What if Darius Dillon does well, I will call
Yep.
him out with one.
That's what's supposed to happen. Or else then we cannot have a dictator, because if we can tell them the truth, they will listen. But we don't want to make them bad.
You know, this mentality where we are in, like we think we are free, but we are slaves. We don't understand. the first way somebody can know that they are slave is when you can have freedom of expression. Let's say, for example, I know within myself that somebody did wrong, but because of my relationship with them, I can call them out. That is not true. That is not true. And that's why some people don't understand some people. Once we start doing this, they will even motivate these lawmakers to behave themselves and do the right thing.
Yep.
Because they will say, you try it, people they will talk you or they will horse. Let us leave it. No. If ANC people does wrong, I come and say they do wrong. UK people don't do wrong. Yes, UK did wrong. We call them out, and we move on. We address the issue. We move on. We address the behavior. We move on.
Yep.
But all this little you attack their person, and people have made themselves slaves. That some of them are not even who they are. But they say, if you attack their person, I will attack you.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's that? If you like whoever you want to attack, it doesn't matter to me. Even you want to attack my support for Mr. Gomez, does that mean I'm going to defend Mr. Gomez somewhere? No. I will defend his record.
That's it.
Let's say, for example, I can prove to you and to anybody that want to debate it that Mr. Gomez has been successful in America in the corporate world. And so based on that, I believe that behavior, that pattern, that success can be translated into him becoming the political leader of Liberia. I believe so. Because of the track record.
Which of the politician in Liberia you ever heard and they ask and they say, what's your first priority? He said law and order. Do you know what I mean? Law and order, it make you successful. Even if you're playing football, any kind of sports you play, when you are disciplined and you follow the rules of the game, you succeed.
Yes.
When there's a law and order in that country, they will succeed because there will be zero tolerance on corruption. There will be zero tolerance because as the law will take its course. I'm telling you, I hear no politician in Liberia that ever take that thing for them off. Law and order. Somebody will say, oh, we'll buy this for them, we'll do this. No. Our country is no discipline, no respect in our country. Nobody. People overlook everything. Go ahead, my brother.
So we have gone so many years, so many months, and there are a lot of things that have happened. And one thing I'm seeing, one pattern I'm seeing among all of us, General, is this. Whether we are from this other party or some people term themselves as no position, which I don't believe.
Yeah.
Everybody by nature, you are attracted to something. Either you have not said it publicly, but there's somewhere you are leaning. But that one is up to them. As time goes by, people will declare their intention.
Yep.
Because in politics, there is no neutrality. When you do politics, you can't be neutral. That's not true. You can't be in politics until you're neutral. There's no neutrality. But the point I'm trying to make is this. I see us now wanting, I don't know what's there to protect or what's there to have, but I see us wanting to make the same mistakes over and over. Let's take, for example, 12 years ago, we had people who could not speak out because they were either in the government or they were for the government.
Yep.
We have people who were holding the government accountable and jumping around. Now we are getting, you see people, the leadership mantle. They come, they are even repeating and doing worse than the past government. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say either people are protecting something that they don't want this country to move forward,
Yep.
or they're hiding something. We can keep recycling the same thing and the same thing.
And get the same results.
They just switch. If 12 years ago, Josh Weah and the CDC-led government advocated for war and economic crimes.
Yes.
Nothing changed. Now I see people who could not speak during the early time are speaking now. Because they're not there.
Yep.
So the problem is, where do we want to go? Do we want a real change for the country, or we're just willing to put certain people that then will go and bag it up? And as soon as you say you call certain people, certain people start taking it personal and they start disrespecting you, they start cussing you, they start coming after you, they start doing this, start doing that. Let me say this though. Prayer will not change your blow. There are some drastic steps that we have to take.
Yep.
In the drastic step, we have to expose the wrong, we have to correct the wrong, we have to hold each other accountable, and we have to do it. Look, if you, General, if you and I were close, and you ever called me for us to do something corrupt, I am not only going to expose you, but I'm not going to talk it behind closed door. Anything that has to do with the masses and benefit the people.
Yep.
If it will compromise the people's interest, I will talk it.
That's
I
it.
will talk it also. Because
Yeah.
you know what? Unless I don't know, the day I get to know, I will talk it.
That's it.
It's the right thing to do. I want people who need to, if we come together, we need to be sure that we are holding each other accountable. Last thing I want to say before I leave is this. I want to let Lrtn people know that anytime you are forming any kind of group or any kind of team, there are 5 different stages. The first stage is the formation stage. And in that stage, everybody won't come, they're happy they won't join because a new team, especially like
Yeah.
the new team. Everybody will be part of it. So everybody will come on board. The other stage is the storming stage or the conflict stage. Now, at that stage, we are in now in the opposition. I will say to people who are in the opposition, don't give up. This is the right thing to do. It is the right time for us to do this thing. I'd rather us address some of these issues and point out some of these wrongs now than wait till the opposition take power before they start disagreeing and start pointing out the other person who are hard to do the work. Let us do it now. Let us address everything. Let us bring out all the dedicated and wash it. Assuming we work together, we move
Yep.
forward. This I think is the way forward for Liberia. That being said, I want to say thank you, and I will continue to follow your show, and I continue
Thank
to follow
you.
other people's show. And we're here to do the right thing for Liberia. Some of us we just want the right
That's
thing.
me?
Yeah.
Because
It's
any way
you.
you do it, Liberia problem, now our problem.
That's it.
Because when people something about it, look at today.
MCs.
Do you know how many times someone got to go to Western Union and money grants? So many times that they block us within a week or 2 weeks.
Yep.
That we can't send money against. Because you know what? It's affecting us directly. Whether
It
you like it
is.
or not. Somebody can come and say, what do you for Liberia that you got to be talking to Liberia?
Yeah.
Guess what? I contribute to Liberia almost every week. Not because we don't say it, but we do. And it's affecting us because we would have been taking out 300, 200, 500, 600 and saving it in our savings for our children
Yep.
or for other things on their side.
Yep.
But we do it because of the love of our people.
That's
so
it.
we have the right to contribute to the conversation in our country and set the path right. Thank you so much, and thank you again for allowing me
Thank
to
you, Moses.
speak.
Moses. Anytime. Let's just keep it open and we'll talk about it again. I appreciate your advice and that was nice. Thank you very much.
I'll drink them all.
He gave some very good points and everything he said was right. You know, that's why I said that if Alexander Cummings is the standard bearer, Costa will support him. I don't want to listen to nobody saying whatsoever. So it's not because some other members saying things and then because of that you say, oh, I rather for this person look at that. What are you fooling yourself for? What are you fooling yourself for? Let us stop it. We all know that Cummings qualified. He got the things to back him up. If Cummings was not a successful man, he's going to make it his mind and power, not working with Coca-Cola factory. Yeah. Yep.
What? What? What the? What the? But,
Stop it, man. Not picking this up.
look, I'm trying to whistle myself.
It's really bother you.
No, I'm gonna whistle myself.
Okay. I will take you off the show.
Oh,
Okay. Wait for me. Wait.
yeah. Yeah, I want to question. Hold on. What the? How did this get in? Daddy, please found us. Look what he did. Daddy,
Hmm?
Squeeze found us. Man, it's not the pit, okay? You're gonna flip the pit, okay?
Do I not forget the Netflix password?
Flip the pit, okay?
Oh, okay. I remember it now. Okay, guys, I'm sorry I'm not talking because my son want to watch some of his children movie on Netflix, and
Here.
it looked like I forgot my Netflix password.
It's Legally and juggly.
Stop it, put it down. Stop it. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my Netflix password, and so I'm sorry that I'm not talking. I'm trying to, but I'm almost to the end of this thing. Unless somebody want to call in and speak their mind.
You only got your iPad.
But I want to say thanks to everyone. Put my iPad down. Put it down. Hello, 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 hello.
Mané, how you doing, sir?
How's everything? How you coming
Good,
up?
thank you.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
what's your contribution? I'm on air.
my comments.
Yeah.
I just want to, thank Mr. Cummings today for coming on and making some things clear
Okay.
for the Liberian people. But you see, money, our problem is ourselves. It's like
Turn it
when
off.
somebody don't know what they want, you can't help them.
Yeah.
You know, let's put it in. Let's make an example. All right, you got an old car
Yeah.
that giving you all kind of problems. Every day is giving you different problems. But this car is a Mercedes. It can't work. Every day you're in the shop, you broke. Nothing is a Mercedes. And somebody call you and say, money, listen, every day I see you with this car giving you a hard time, my man. You know, you got family.
Yeah.
I
Hey.
bought a brand new Kia 2 months ago. Come and kick it. And then you say, oh man, Kia, I can't drive Kia,
I
man.
can drive Kia. Yeah, you get none.
You can, and that's our problem. When you say it, they say, oh, ANC people arrogant and this and that. In the whole Liberian political race. I want anybody to put their resume side by side with coming, and let's see who can produce more. If we really want a leader for our country, let's put all their resumes side by side with coming and compare. Ain't nothing there to compare. Let's put their personal records side by side will come. Why they always ask you, come, what have you done for that, bro? What have you done? They ask you that.
I know.
They ask you, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, what did she do before she became president besides making war? What did she do?
That's a good one.
You know, why they always asking, coming the question, why they don't ask everybody? And this man has done more. Not that he can't answer. But let's look at the record of everybody. What did they do before? Is that he must be a senator? Why he can't be senator for this and that? Listen. When you make somebody ambassador to United States of America from Liberia,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You don't go and make them assistant minister at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
No way.
They're equivalent to a deputy minister of foreign affairs. So you will take them from here, either make them deputy minister of foreign affairs or minister proper. You don't make them assistant minister.
Yep.
Because of the stage that they have gotten. That's why you shouldn't send the freshman diplomat to United States of America, to Paris, to England, you know, and those kind of places. All right? This man, for the level he has reached in the international cycles, you act as if we got some kind of set-up system where the Senate means anything. The Senate means nothing in our system.
Yep. I agree with you.
Yes, Darrell Dillon there, he said no, everybody else said yeah, they take back and it goes through. A living example is what they did with, how they call it? The election commission.
Yep.
You take Chair Gaffrey, you take Joey Gaffrey, you take the other corrupt man from the information, how they call it, the computer session, you take all kind of people and the pass. On what basis did you pass somebody who say the only qualification the guy that because they were warned? On what basis that person passed confirmation? Is that the kind of Senate somebody who have built their character in their life must go be part of to satisfy? What was Ellen Johnson Sirleaf before she became president? She was senator? When Joe Weir ran in 1985, what was he before?
Yeah.
Huh?
That's a
you
cool
know,
one.
people putting all these kind of stupid criteria on Alexander Cummings. It's like, I got nothing else to say about it. I got to find something to criticize. That's what January looks like to me.
Yep.
It's like people finding all kind of ways just not to improve their society. You know, you find every means you can just not to do the right thing. Why you're so much against them? Maybe someone said you will never be president in a country. You more Liberian than somebody else.
Yeah.
That you would say you will never be. So you rather the country stay the way it is. That's why something psychologically wrong with us. You rather be wallowing in mess with the person you think you know because you heard about them playing football than to elevate yourself and your families and your children with somebody who you don't know, but he's a superstar. You know, something got to make us think.
Yep.
Something got to make us think. You understand? When you go look for a job, you and your friend go. Your friend got something like shoe shop business, and somebody tell you the offering job as a manager somewhere, and you know you qualify to be a manager, but your friend gets you shot, then he said, "Friends in America, work with me, man." If you're thinking about your family, which one you gonna do?
You're doing nothing.
You want to go to the side that will improve your life, not the side that will keep you down. What kind of people don't want to improve their lives? I mean, they find every kind of lie you find to put on this man. The man record is an open secret, even down to the man finances. You can Google it. But you rather take a man who had nothing. Somebody said on one show yesterday, but the man had a mansion on Now Street. Is that what you call mansion? Then your idea of life is too low for me to understand. You understand? So then when you record it when he billionaire, you know, the fact of the matter is that we gotta be real with ourselves.
Yep, we got to.
We gotta be real with ourselves. We need to stop lying to ourselves. We need to be true with who we are, and not only for us, it's for generations to come.
Yeah.
And because we don't think of generations to come, we keep on making the same mistakes and messing our children's future up. You see, I'll give somebody the analogy like this, right? You see, you know those escalators that work with sensor?
Yeah.
It will only start moving when somebody step on it.
Yeah.
Right? The airport can be parked. As soon as people on it, keep moving. As soon as the line stops, the machine starts, right?
Yeah.
Liberia machine has stopped. And because every time somebody wants to step on it, they're pushing the person back. You understand?
Yeah.
People revolve. Our country should be revolving. Another thing people jump up, oh, it's time for the young people to take power. Young people to take power where? When the young people haven't been trained in power. Somebody jump up, I think Martin Colley need to run. I think Harold Costa need to run. What their experience? Because they can talk?
God.
Because they can talk?
That is how the people, how the people look for the leaders.
Yeah. Who told you talking me anything? I tell people all the time, theory is good. Practical is better. Because if you be in any complex system, when you hear the children talking, you just laugh to yourself. And even most of government, if you know anything about government, the children, you know, they get kids. They will talk. Everything they see on theory, they find out is true. When I studied public administration, one of my professors told me, he said, in math, 1 plus 1 is always 2. But in life, 1 plus 1 can be 7.
Yeah.
What people need to understand, when somebody talking plenty, you need to find out what that person knows. Because the people who really know what's going on, they don't talk plenty. Because you will know why that thing wasn't. And that why is hard to explain to somebody who's not there.
Yep.
That's why it's hard to explain to somebody who's not there. You remember Barack Obama? He said one time it's hard to explain things to a stupid person.
That is the fact.
When somebody don't have no idea, like right now, most of the people in Liberia don't know what Liberia used to be. They cannot even fathom it. So while you try to explain to them what it should be, for them, if they're not shooting each other, they're not good. They don't know that Liberia used to be far better. If you tell people that stores in Liberia never used to have iron bar in front of it, and nobody used to break their glass.
No,
can't believe
people
it?
people don't know that on Broad Street they had the stores with glass in front of them. People don't know.
You can't believe it.
They don't
The
know.
whole country knows that jail right now. Everywhere they get, you know, what has happened to us? They don't understand.
And people don't even know that before the liberalization policy was so strong in Liberia, Lebanese men can just own certain things or foreigners can just own certain things in Liberia.
They don't understand. They don't understand. And that self-dignity, that self-pride that we used to see when you find
But even let me just take it back. You remember they had a you remember they had a pack-up pin and they had era pin.
They don't understand.
Nobody want to go buy era pin. Everybody want to buy pack-up pin. Pack-up pin was owned by our Liberian business. Everybody go to pack-up pin. Yep.
People didn't know that we were making paper in Liberia. And not just paper, we had a tree.
Hey.
The tree used to grow and we take it from the tree to paper, and that's what the government used to use for stationery.
Yep.
The paper that we used to make in Liberia from the tree stage to the deck stage. Do we know that? Do we know that you could walk in a garage and pay for a Mercedes and drive out with a brand new Mercedes?
Cheap.
A brand new BMW?
Yeah.
A brand new Citroen? A brand new Range Rover? Do they know that? No. And because they don't want to sit down to imagine a better thing, or maybe they just cannot imagine a better thing. They say you can't miss what you never had.
Yep.
Right? I think people need to keep quiet a bit and imagine. That sense of nobodiness that affects us keeps us down. When you always think everybody else is better than you, you don't try. You see George Weah had the opportunity to be anything he wanted to be. But that sense of nobodiness holds him down even as president. That's why he cannot stand a contrary view. Because soon you give George Weah a contrary view to what he thinks, you think you're better than him. Anybody who knows George Weah will tell you that, but he is afraid of people because he thinks, especially smart people, you always think that you're better than him. You think he knows nothing. You think that because he's not educated, you think that he's thinking all those things. Martin Luther King says, stop thinking about what people thinking about you, because 9 times out of 10 they're not thinking about you at all.
Yep.
You understand?
That's true.
All the woman business, it ought to prove itself. Me who was nothing the other day, I can get them.
Yep.
That's all. That's all. And that's why he's spending money, keep trying to prove. Oh, me who came from that place, me who came from that place. What kind of man, if this boy was smart, you, the football superstar, how come you become president and the SKD tend to ball his feet? Anthony Thomas said, you who the football professional, low star, you can't even hear about them. That all the people know you for, that all you've been, all your life. You don't think that the place to let the world know that Liberia has a superstar president, Liberia is the only country you can go to and find stadiums in every country. This guy used to be a #1 player in the world and this and that. Nothing. The football is zero in Liberia. Why are you president? That's a shame. I tell you, incompetent at everything. You understand? And it's another company, you keep on comparing thing to him. Look at the man record. Everywhere he went, he increased the people profit.
Yep.
Who told you to stay in corporate America? That because you found somebody, oh, the man too soft. That man was soft like that, running somebody of 500, Fortune 500 company if they know what Fortune 500 means. They do, they know Liberian politics. I want somebody to explain to me, please, money for the life of me, what do they call Liberian politics?
Liberian special politics.
Because the only thing I see that different from any other politics that the corruption that they practice and go on further. And that's the only thing they call Liberian politics, how to screw your friend and nothing come out of it. Who wants to learn that if you want to be a decent human being? Is that the way you want your country? Then what do you complain? Say that what you like. You know? Keep on messing with the ignorance of our people. When people say ignorant, they should have said, oh, you're causing the people know. The whole world, 90% of the people in the world are ignorant.
Yes.
To what's going on. And that's what makes it easy for people to fool the world. If the world knew about 50% what really going on in the world, it would make it hard for any country to tell anybody anything. But because most of the people in the world, they get blind. They get up every day, they go to work, they eat, they live, they all right. They're not thinking. There's few people that are thinking they run the world. You understand? For us, we don't think about improving our people. We think about exploiting our people. And that's why we haven't been able to go forward. And when you, as soon as they see somebody who offers a different mindset, they all gang up on you, using the same people who are supposed to be wanting better. Use them to attack you. We need to love ourselves. Whitney Houston said the greatest love of all is learning to love yourself. And if you don't love yourself, nobody's going to love you. The idea that somebody come bring one country can bring money and give you. Why you think they give you that money? In the people country, they don't get nobody money.
No.
Why they would take their money and give it you for free? Something got to be wrong with you. You're either ignorant of what they do, or you're stupid. You think that they will bring their millions of dollars and give it to you because they like you.
Yeah.
They didn't like the people that are in their country that you didn't like way over there. You know? If you will move from here and go get you $500 million, they got people sleeping under the bridges here, they don't care. You think that you they care about? But when you don't understand why those things happen, it looks like they move movement.
Yep.
You understand? And so we need to open our eyes.
We need to.
Open our eyes, Liberian people. Let's look for substance in people. The same question you're going to ask Alexander Cummings, which he is proud to answer. Remember, that's what all he now do. You ask any of the people you're talking about to list what they not do. Besides giving you $5 on the street. What have they done? What have they done? You ask any of them, you follow their track record. Even their finances, you follow their record and see how many of them you can prove through any necessary means how they manage to get their money. Even the money they got now. You still want to lie to yourself that Joe Weir have money. But Joe Weir couldn't pin the house he was living in.
He pinned it now.
You still want to prove to say Joe Weir have money. Joe Weir, who I know, somebody had to buy a car for him to ride until they get his car in the Senate. Joe Weir, who walk in the store and buy $100,000 car. Somebody had to get in car. And you want to tell me, say, Joe, we still have money. That's because most of them don't know the man. They have heard of him.
Yeah.
They don't know him.
Okay, just conclude so we can go. I'm coming to leave.
The of him is what pushing them. we need to love ourselves enough to say if it doesn't work for me, or if it hasn't worked for me, I pray God give me wisdom. Let me do the right thing so it works for my children. Let my children not have my story. They got a lot of people who, like Alexander Cummings, a good example. When the man was born, 8.4. When he was born, maternity center. What school he went to? A demonstration school. How many of them who call themselves poor today, they don't have that same story? When you say, I want somebody or Liberian who went from here, from 0.4, went abroad, became successful, and came back home after his retirement and willing to do things for free. This man saying he won't take salary as president. For free. He willing to share his knowledge for Liberia for free. Shouldn't that encourage some child who graduated or who born in the same condition to say, Alexander Cummings managed to do it?
Yep,
and
I
he
can do it. Yep.
The circumstance in the country, I can do it too. I challenge myself, I can be like him. That's what we should be imagining instead of looking for a reason to make this man guilty or something.
Yeah.
The man's life is an open secret.
Yep.
Let's scrutinize everybody down to the core. Everybody that running in a race. Let them put all their resume down. Let them follow their money. Let's check their finances. How they manage to get it. This. We want no voodoo finance. We want to see it systematically how they manage to get their money. And then let's look for the best person for Liberia. And I can guarantee you, if we do that, the same question we can ask Cummings, not only will they answer, but they must show the record just like he can. I can guarantee you, if we're looking for the best person for Liberia, he will still win.
Yep.
He will still win. Besides that, he has promised to do it for free. You say, John, we have 85 million in your graves. But he's still stealing. This man say he will work for free.
Okay,
So
just wrap up so we can. I'm gonna say I gotta go to bed now.
So money, all I'm saying to us as Liberians, let's start finding excuses for progress. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's take our ego out of this and know that it's not about us, it's about our children and their future. We're the only one who has stopped the escalator from going because nobody else is on the ladder. We keep on turning around with the same people on the ladder. Every other country, they do the census so that they know how many people in the society, how old the people getting, how young the people are, what you can do with them, how many more schools you can build, how many more hospitals. We don't do it. We don't care. And if we do it, we take it and put it down. That's what we don't develop. Let's look for ways to improve our lives and stop making a fool of ourselves.
Yeah.
Because the only people we're fooling is ourselves. Let's do it for our children. And money, I thank you.
Thank you
keep
very
on
much.
doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
And, keep on exposing, enlightening the people. Let's keep asking the question. The same question you asked Alexander Cummings, what are you doing? Or he not do this, he not give us this. Let's ask the same question. Or every politician who you all say be in the country ever since, you ask them what they've been doing compared to what he has done yet. So if they can answer the same question, and for the amount of years, they're all supposed to be more.
Yeah.
So let's ask a question if we really want answer to those, or we just want to say something. So thank
Okay.
you, Benny.
Thank you very much, my brother. Have a good day. Have a good night. Blessed night.
All right, good night, my brother.
Thank you. Yeah, he gave good points, and that's the question we're always asking. And I said it, I think, all the time. I say that We don't ask other people. And Doe became president by killing. Charles Taylor brought war. Ellen Johnson brought war. We gave them a position. George Weah played soccer. He did it. Then we asked Cummings, what have you done for Liberia? And when the track record is there, it's showing what he has done so far when he retired and went home. What else you want him to do? You want him to pay your salary. You want to, and he's not the one that collecting government taxes. He's not the one that making the appointment. So let us be very careful, my people. Thank you very much, guys. Share this video and thanks for watching. I appreciate your time. Without you, we are nothing. Sorry that I have to leave, and I would love to stay up here, but I just have to leave because I gotta go to work in the morning. So thank you very much. Let us pray for each other. Extend the message to your family back home to take care of themselves, wash their hands, and try to cover their mouths. But let us just do what is right. Thank you very, very much. God bless Liberia. God bless you. I love my people. I love Liberian people. Thank you very much. Bye for now.
Jerusalem, ikayalami